one.
The first will be on a clean CR to fund the government. That's a continuing resolution. The second will be on disaster relief. This is extremely important for those states that were hit by Hurricane Helene and Milton. And the third will be to extend the farm aid that a lot of senators from those farming states wanted.
Fox's Aisha Hasni on the Hill. 7 years after two teenage girls vanished on a winter hike in their Indiana hometown, the man convicted of killing them is sentenced. Richard Allen gets 130 years in prison.
At one point, Judge Francis Gold told Allen, "You continue to roll your eyes at me as you have throughout this entire trial." She also told him, "You rank right up there with the most hideous crimes I've seen in my 27 years on the bench."
Fox's Garrett Tenney at the courthouse in Delphi, where the murders happened and where Allen also lives. He still says he's innocent. The defense plans to appeal. An Iranian officer blamed for the killing of an American in Iraq in 2022 is now charged in New York with federal murder and terrorism counts. Mohammed Nouri, a captain in Iran's Revolutionary Guard, is in custody in Iraq, where he's already been convicted for his role in the murder. Tennessee native Stephen Troell was killed in his car as he pulled up to the street where he was living with his family in Baghdad. America is listening to Fox News.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
A mix of clouds and sunshine with a big deal this afternoon. It's cold out there, and it stays a little bit on the windy side. 34 for the high. You get caught out in the wind, it's going to be a little nippy. Tonight, some clouds will drop back to 25, so not a big temperature drop. Saturday, sunny and 37. Sunday, sunny and 41. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Make holiday magic this year with something beautiful and timeless from Diamonds Direct. A stunning diamond pendant, a pair of classic diamond stud earrings, something new and eye-catching from a world-class designer. Or maybe you're looking for that perfect gemstone piece or a fabulous timepiece. At Diamonds Direct, we have hundreds of styles that are ready to be wrapped and put under the tree. No need to wait for shipping. Come and let our experts help you pick out that headliner gift. Or for some fabulous ideas before you head to the store, see the online seasonal gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. You can even chat now with a virtual assistant for the ultimate convenience. Whether you connect online or in person, you're guaranteed to get the extraordinary value, ironclad warranties, and white glove service Diamonds Direct is known for. And to help make your purchase even more affordable, we've got special financing so you can spread out your payments. Get directions, details, special showroom hours, and our holiday gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Our goal at Neovitin is to make supporting your nutrition as easy as possible. That's why we created the Neovitin monthly subscription. Just go to neovitin.com, choose your multivitamin, sign up, and we will do the rest. You'll receive your Neovitin multivitamin every month with no long-term obligation. You can pause or cancel at any time, and shipping is free. Each Neovitin multivitamin includes our physician-formulated proprietary blend for nutritional support you won't find anywhere else. Start supporting your nutrition the easy way with Neovitin multivitamins. Sign up for a Neovitin subscription today at neovitin.com.
It's Mark Reardon from my friends at Zero Res. Here's a question for you. You need to answer honestly. Is your home ready for the holidays? If you haven't had the carpets cleaned in a while, the answer is no, and this is the time to do something about it. And I have a great offer from my friends at Zero Res right now during the month of December. I've had Zero Res in my home so many times over the last decade. Unfortunately, a lot this year because of pet accidents. They can always help you in a pinch. But for some overall cleaning, getting your home ready for the holidays, maybe getting the gunk out of the air ducts, this is a great time to do it. Call Zero Res at 314-474-2020 or book online at zeroresstl.com. And the offer, when you mention my name or 97.1 FM Talk for the month of December, 3 rooms starting at $129, $75 off your air duct cleaning package. They have great customer service, a ton of crews, and the legendary 30-day Gotta Love It guarantee. Book your appointment today. You spell it backward or forward, it spells the same. Zero-Res. Call 314-474-2020 or online, ZeroResSTL.com.
Count on Steel for Christmas cleanup made easy with the SEA 20 battery-powered handheld vacuum. Now just $99.99. Visit your local Steel dealer today or shop online at SteelUSA.com. Valid offer for a limited time, only at participating dealers while supplies last.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
Happy Friday before Christmas. It feels so joyful.
Oh, it does. Thank you so much for saying that.
It could be worse. You could be on Capitol Hill and maybe you're getting nothing for Christmas because the government's shutting down.
Yeah, their breaks are not long enough. They need to have longer breaks.
It's funny to me to listen to people try to push for the shutdown. They're like, make them stay over Christmas. It's very aggressive. I think the best outcome here would be a deal that works for everybody that does also allow them to get home, the Congress people to get home for Christmas. But it's interesting to me that Americans would even be subjected to the worry that maybe they would not be able to spend their time home with their family for Christmas. Like, meanwhile, you've got people in hospitals and police officers patrolling the streets and people all across the country who are going to work on Christmas just because that's their job. But heaven forbid we not get this done so that Congress...
I'm glad that's the direction you took it, because the guy that goes, make them stay over Christmas, I don't even care, shut it all down. That's me.
I know. I'm sure you are. I mean, I think a lot of people are. I just think it's funny that that concern is even part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm taking it a step further. I give zero fudge brownies about where they spend Christmas.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
But I don't want it. I don't want government to shut down specifically so that Congress cannot spend Christmas with their families. It's not of a concern to me. Does that make sense?
Yes. Like, you don't want them to pass a bill now just to be able to go home for Christmas either.
Oh, heck no.
Like, that should not even factor into the decision.
Christmas doesn't factor into the decision for me. I feel like there are people who are saying, like, who are I don't really hear anyone being like, we have to get this done so our children can be with it. I don't hear anyone advocating for getting it done just because of the timeline. They're lying and they're saying it's because the government's going to shut down.
Does this make us Scrooges or Grinches?
No. Neither.
I would say Scrooges.
Neither.
Because it's about the money.
This makes us Santa Clauses because we're giving them a lump of coal for bad behavior.
Does Santa do that?
Or the Krampus?
Can you put that bell just a little closer to the microphone?
No.
It's like
it's supposed to be.
It sounds so loud in here.
It's
and
supposed
then
to be.
hit that thing right by the microphone.
All right.
Let the people know.
Yay, Santa.
Yay.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. I just don't. What matters here is the future of the country and our ability to afford what we spend. And that was kind of one of the driving factors, the top priorities of this past campaign. So when I hear that we are going to give, what was it, like a 1,600-ish, 1,500-something page bill.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, we could pare it down a little bit, I guess. It's like 150 pages.
Yeah, that seemed like a win.
Yeah,
but
and then they're like,
didn't.
no. They got to get their act together. Actually, people on the left are relishing in this disarray. Folks, you still got the president of the United States. Joe Biden in theory, is still the president of the United States. This is still the old Congress. Donald Trump's going to come in and change the whole game. It's a last hurrah for the Democrats. Republicans, listen up. Just do what's best for the country. Politically, you don't have to worry about it right now. This is actually the moment in time where you have the most runway to do it as hardcore Republican as you possibly can. Like, squeeze every ounce of fiscal sanity and conservatism out of this moment in time as you can.
Yeah, that's why don't kick it to March. Do it now. I understand. You don't have the Senate yet. I understand. But do it now. This is...
And make those people stay in Washington, D.C. for Christmas.
That's our Christmas. That's your Christmas gift to us as Americans. It is the 20th of December. Usually this is a day where it's like, you know what? Not a whole lot of news. But this is super, super important. This is the kind of stuff that we just elected a new Senate and a new president to do. And it's happening now.
Democrats are all like, Elon Musk wasn't elected to run the country. And we're like, Joe Biden was, and where the heck is he?
Yeah, let him lead.
Yeah, let him step in. If he doesn't like Donald Trump running the show right now, and everybody did elect Donald Trump, and everybody elected Donald Trump, and Elon Musk was the wingman the whole time. It's not like Elon Musk showed up on the scene on November 6th.
Right.
Not at all. Like, he's been there the whole time. The entourage that walks around everywhere with Donald Trump has been pretty consistent. And Donald Trump has been very loyal to the people who are with him throughout that whole campaign. As people came on board, he honored those commitments. And people voted for Donald Trump, understanding that these are the people he had in tow. And it's really funny to me that a man of the people, I mean, like, Elon Musk is a citizen. He's a voting citizen, right? So he gets a say.
Yeah.
He gets a say. The Democrats in the House are like, he's got way too much influence. I wish more American voters would have influence instead of, the people trying to elbow in and harp in on the bureaucracy in Washington, D.C. Give me a break. George Clooney single-handedly took Joe Biden out of the race. What has he done for America other than act? He's a bazillionaire of some sort, but he's allowed to pick and choose the Democrat nominee. But Elon Musk, who's the richest man in the world and like an incredibly successful, innovative Tony Stark, he needs to sit down. Oh, knock it off.
I don't think you understand.
I understand. I took my microphone off.
It's only a problem when the Republicans are doing it. When the Democrats do it, it's fine. Have you been here for the last 4 years? This is what it looks like. Man, I'm getting the death stare. You know what? It is interesting, though.
What, nothing that I just said?
Yeah, none of that. Let me shift gears here a little bit. Talk about something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The strategy that's going on right now, you can see that there probably was a memo that went out among congressional Democrats that said, let's drive a wedge between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Let's try to use Trump's ego and say, what's Elon Musk doing here? It's almost as if he's more powerful than the president right now.
Yeah, you know how Donald Trump's like, here, just take the spotlight. I'll just step over
right.
here. You go on,
right.
Elon. You do you.
Here's the thing, though. I think it might work. If you keep saying, gosh, Elon just seems to be really running this show.
You think Donald Trump's ego is still that sensitive?
I think it is. We'll find out.
I think Elon's doing dirty work and can't lose an election in the process, and that is a huge asset to Donald Trump, and he's like, go.
I hope so.
Elon Musk doesn't really say much. He tweets or posts or whatever on X all of the time, but it's not like he's doing press conferences. It's not like he's out there every day. I mean, honestly, the Democrats in Congress are probably paying more attention to what Elon Musk does than the Republicans at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, the Republicans, this is a great example of independent thinking. You're watching, once again, a lot of Republicans torpedo bills that other Republicans like. And I am here for it. I love it. It may not make a lot of establishment people happy. It may not make a lot of media establishment Republicans happy, because I've heard a lot of complaining about it. But this is where the buck stops. You got to do it now. And even if you don't get everything you want, even if it's just a little bit of what you want until March or until when they come back or whatever, get something out of this.
I am confident that when Donald Trump rallies the troops, that he's going to be able to get what he wants out of these Republicans. I mean, he's fighting back and forth with Chip Roy right now. Okay. But Chip Roy doesn't want to be, I mean, I think it was like 36, 38 Republicans voted against the Plan B bill that was put together after the gigantic one failed. It was a monstrosity and it failed as it should. The second one came out, and you've got Nancy Mace out there, who I just am annoyed by her. That's the nicest way I can put it.
Okay.
She's not incredibly consistent on where it seems as though she's trying to take things. And I was pondering on the way into work today, how many Republicans have made a name for themselves over the last 4 years in a Joe Biden presidency where they knew they can't get anything done. Your policies aren't ever going to get past the House of Representatives. You're lucky if they are included in anything that the House gets done, even though you have the majority. The Republicans didn't even use the majority to put Democrats under pressure to say, are you going to vote on it or not? You're going to vote for it, or are you going to vote against it? You're not even going to call the bill to vote for it in the Senate. And if it's never going to get to Joe Biden, when that's the case, gosh, I'm talking to you, Illinois state Republicans. Go ham on what conservative looks like. You get to talk with great, broad freedom on what you'd like to see done because you can't get it done. You don't ever even have to put up, but you do have to stand for something. And if you're specifically to the state of Illinois, if you are in a super minority, why wouldn't you just make as much noise as possible? You don't need to be like, it's so upside down to be like, oh, well, if we want to get things done, we really got to work with the other side. Like, there are things that, of course, you're going to work with the other side just because it's good policy. But if it's not good policy, you don't need to compromise. They don't even need you. In the state of Illinois, the Republicans don't even need to see the budget in order for it to pass. And that's the policy. They get it like the night they have to pass it, and then the Democrats just pass it. And then the Republicans are like, that sucks. You didn't give us enough time to read it. So then they could also vote no. Like, they don't even care because there's no check on that power. I'm thinking of a handful of Republicans that have been in the House of Representatives who have been the cage rattlers for the last 4 years about what they want to do, why the Biden administration is bad, so on and so forth. And I'm thinking to myself, you got the power now. You've got the possibility to actually get stuff done. Now I'm ready for you to tell me if you were just interested in rattling the cage to get attention or getting done the business of the American people. And I am leaning into anybody who I am, in my judgment, looking at saying, you just wanted attention the whole time. As if we should be surprised that that's the way a congressperson would act. But what I want you to do is be somebody who can effectively get people's attention and then use that attention for the good of the American people, not just for your own personal benefit. And if it turns out that in Donald Trump's administration with 53 Republican votes in the Senate, that these Republicans in the House who have been like champions for MAGA before or for Republican or conservative policy, if they are going to use this opportunity to not get on board with what can actually get done, get out. And Nancy Mace is on the top of my list of, why are you here? You love her, I know.
It all depends. It goes back and forth between issues. Because like you said, she's kind of inconsistent. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's great. Other times, I don't know what she's doing.
I don't need to agree with somebody 100% of the time, but I don't. I just don't get. It's like policy to policy. I understand what a New York Republican in Congress, that's going to look a little bit different than maybe a Mississippi Republican in Congress. But there should be some guiding principles and an understanding that compromise is going to happen under a larger plan that exists above yourself, which we now have. So get it done. And if you want to put something together that is what you can stand by and what you can believe in, and the Democrats in the Senate don't want to vote for it, put it on them. They're so successful in putting it on you. Put it on them. And then walk away. Everybody can cry. And then the leftist media will point at the Republicans and say, everybody pay attention to the Republicans. They're doing this to you, but there are more people watching the Food Network than those channels, so just don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
If they can get Guy Fieri to report on this, then maybe the Republicans will be in trouble.
That's what Illinois needs, Guy Fieri. Well, okay.
He's got a restaurant in Illinois
Maybe
somewhere.
a guy that would do POW or whatever that was.
Admiral Lagasse.
Admiral Lagasse.
Bam.
Bam.
Kick it up a notch.
POW was Batman.
Bam! Emeril Lagasse was like a cultural phenomenon in maybe the year 2000.
Yeah.
Like, transcended all sorts of social popularity.
Yeah.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. But that's the level that Illinois could grab. Emeril Lagasse.
I want Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to come up with their own BAM every time they cut an agency.
Yeah.
BAM!
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
We should make a Doge sounder.
What would it sound like?
I can bring it in the next segment.
All right. So I talked about this yesterday, and I'm interested in taking your phone calls. So we've got a huge 2025 ahead of us. What we're talking about right now with government shutdowns and everything, this all goes into 2025. What is going to materialize even in the last, 11 days of 2024 going into 2025? Gosh, that's 11 days. Man. We've got such a huge year ahead of us. We have enjoyed every minute that we've been able to be with you here covering the Joe Biden years, the Donald Trump years, starting from the beginning, but we're getting back into the Trump years. And I am very curious. I think we all want to know, what do you expect in 2025? And what do you want to hear from the Annie Fry Show? Because we try to mix things up as much as we can here to make sure that you are informed, but you're also entertained. And I always tell people, I want people to listen to this show, however much of it, and go, at the end of listening that day, feel like you know something more than you did before, but you feel like you exhaled. Not that you had to grip the steering wheel super tight because we were talking about things that drive you crazy. In those days, watching what Joe Biden has done in his administration, or the people who are running this administration have done in the last 4 years, has not been fun to cover. It's not been fun to listen to. I've talked to many people who say, I try to tune in, but sometimes it's just I need a break. We try to be the place where you can tune in and still take a break, but we want to know what you want in 2025. We want to know what you want us to, how you would like to see this show grow, but what are the stories primarily that you are wanting to follow the most? We'd love to hear from you. You can call us now at 314-241-9797, 314-241-9797, and weigh in on the show. Tell us what you think, what you're looking forward to in 2025. Are you excited about 2025? Just give us a ring, and we will take some of your phone calls in the next segment. 314-241-9797. Give us a call and let us know. The YouTube live chat poll for today, all of us picked our favorite Christmas song. It's not the specific rendition. It's just the song that we like the most. Which one of our songs do you guys think is the best? Silent Night, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, O Come All You Faithful, or O Holy Night? Let us know what you think. We'll be right back.
This is the Annie Fry Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
AirComfortService.com is the website. If you are in need of repairs for that furnace, if it's not working the way it's supposed to be, if it's running all the time and it's just not heating the way it's supposed to be, guys, it's cold outside today and super windy. Make sure that you have this phone number in your phone book. 314-513-0091, 314-513-0091. They do residential repairs, of course. They can replace your furnace in a hurry if you need it, of course. They did that for me a few Christmases ago. Wasn't the best time to need to buy a new furnace, but we had to do it. And I went to Air Comfort Service because I knew we would get great value, but the best service. If you are a business owner, a building manager, operations manager, office manager that was recently told that your HVAC system needs a repair, make sure you reach out to Air Comfort Service in Heating, Cooling, and Insulation to get a free second opinion on heat exchanger or compressor repairs. The number is 314-513-0091. That's 314-513-0091. Hit them up online at aircomfortservice.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6986. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6986. That's 800-575-6986. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
What's your favorite 4-letter word? Chances are you've said it more than a few times dealing with this crazy world we live in. But at Compass Retirement Solutions, our 4-letter word of choice is hope. Hope for a better tomorrow. And hope that your retirement plans don't take a back seat. You've watched inflation soar. And maybe your retirement future feels a little uncertain right now. But all hope is not lost. Find out exactly how much risk you're still taking with your investments. Find out how you may be able to save big on taxes. And find out how having a written retirement plan just might give you the hope you've been looking for. Call today to set up a meeting. 314-373-1598. That's 314-373-1598. Compass Retirement Solutions. 314-373-1598. Firm offers insurance services but does not provide tax advice. Investments and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory firm in Missouri and Illinois. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
You're listening to the Annie Fry Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Air Comfort Service is hiring licensed journeymen. Don't have a journeyman license? Air Comfort Service will help you get it. Get guaranteed hours year-round and more. Apply online at aircomfortservice.com.
Hey, this is Brad with the Annie Fry Show. I just wanted to wish you guys all a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Boy, what a year it's been and what a year it's going to be. We're very much looking forward to 2025 and all that's in store for us.
Wishing you a very Merry Christmas. This is the Annie Fry Show. Follow Annie on X at Annie Fry Show.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round the virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. Thank you for being with us this Friday afternoon. It's the Friday before Christmas already. Can you believe it? I always like to have countdowns on my phone, and I'm here to tell you that we have 5 days till Christmas and 31 days till second Christmas when Donald Trump is reinaugurated to the presidency.
It's like second breakfast for a hobbit.
It's very relatable.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm here.
I liked at the beginning of that where you went,
Second breakfast.
I mean, it's a time to slow down. Think about what we have. Second breakfast is a wonderful thing for the country. It's all metaphor. It's all metaphor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's about Trump.
Yeah,
it's not about real food.
It's like, I didn't know why we were talking about hobbits, but
No.
maybe they're a marginalized community that I haven't focused on enough.
They might be in New Zealand. I've never been there.
Oh, my.
New Zealand.
That's where they shot the Lord of the Rings.
I don't think that's where the hobbits would be, though.
Well, we don't know. I've never been there.
Yeah, they're in Middle Earth.
Now would be a great time to call in and suggest how we do a better show.
Yeah. Or you like it just the way it is.
314-241. You can go outside and call the show.
I
9797.
This is not Ryan. This is a listener.
What's your name, listener?
Petey. PD listener.
314-241-9797, 314-241-9797. Hop on one of the open lines that we have and give us a call and tell us the stories you're watching the most in the next year, and let us know what you want to hear and how you want to see us cover it here in the future. All right, let's get to Karen first. Karen, thank you for calling the Annie Fry Show. We appreciate you. What do you think about 2025 and what's coming up?
Thank you. I am most excited about the deportation of the illegals. I would like to know the total cost to the American taxpayer, the effect of supporting them, and then the deportation on top of that, the effect on our schools and other social services.
So you want to see that border closed and the deportation process to begin. That's what you're most interested in.
That's what I'm most interested in, but I'm also interested in the total. I'm just curious, what is the total cost? And I think people should know what it cost, both in the beginning when the importation started and the deportation. I mean, I don't know if people really realize what the total cost of that will amount to.
Karen, thank you for the phone call. I appreciate it. We've spent 4 years talking about the border being wide open. I mean, I will never forget Jim Carafano right after the election coming on the show and say that'll be the number one issue for people in the 2024 election. I remember hearing him say 2024 election and being like, that's forever from now.
That'll never happen.
And he was so confident that the immigration system being so broken and our border being so broken, he was so confident that would be the number one issue for many, many voters that it could swing the election, and I think he was right on it. If you want to join us, 314-241-9797.
What was amazing was that he predicted that, well, he said, first of all, that this is something they're doing on purpose and that they would not fix it for that long on purpose.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. 314-241-9797. Let's talk to Liz. Liz, thank you for calling the Annie Fry Show. What are you hoping for 2025, all the news that's going to be happening here shortly?
Well, I just got to tell you that I am pretty new to your show, a pretty new listener, and I really enjoy it. But I love that you all talk about your faith and being a Christian, and sometimes I feel like we're told to shut up and that we can't share that with the world because we might offend somebody else. So I am just hoping for you all to keep on talking. It encourages me to do that and take that to work and feel empowered again.
Well, that, Ryan and Brad alike, we are all Christians here, and I've kind of taken the mind that we hear so much about how everybody else is identifying, and like you said, Liz, there's a lot of pressure out there, and has been for probably 15 years or so, for people like us, like, sit down, it's not your turn. And I just don't feel like saying the number one thing that defines who I am as a person, as a wife, as a mom, as a broadcaster, as anything, should be my Christian faith. Like, if this is the movement where we start publicly identifying ourselves, maybe we need to do a little bit more of that.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Liz, for the phone call. Thank you for listening. I'm glad you found our show. If you would, tell a friend about us. We would appreciate that.
Absolutely. Very entertaining.
Thank you, Liz. We appreciate that. Ryan nods with affirmation.
Well, I'm glad that, all of us are Christians. We don't ever set out to do. We know topics of the day, usually news-wise, that we probably will talk about, but we don't ever have any like a hard plan. So when it comes up, I'm
offended.
It's pretty natural.
It's also true.
We don't, when we're talking about something and it goes into our faith, it's because that's just where it went.
Yeah.
And that seems like the most natural way to share your faith is just to be honest about it.
Also, I think my philosophy on this, and you guys can speak to your own philosophy on this, what I have done with this show, because I know that you're listening right now and you're like, Annie, I'm not a Christian, and it's like, it's not for me. Well, I get that, and I understand that, and I respect that, and I'm still glad you're here. What I've tried to do is when we're having a conversation about something, and like Ryan said, we don't pre-plan our conversations out at all. I pick topics, Brad picks cuts of relevant audio stuff. I come in and I take what he's prepared to be at my fingertips, and I roll through the thing. Ryan, not because you're not doing anything, but you don't know anything about what we're going to talk about on the show, other than maybe a guest or two that might be coming in.
I don't know anything about anything.
Well, this is being nice.
Yeah.
It's Christmas season.
I really am like pretty ignorant. By definition.
Ethan, can you clip that for me? What I've tried to do, and this is what I would encourage you, if this is something that you're thinking like in your life, like Liz was saying, like it encourages her to do it more. I don't ever go, I need to do a Jesus thing today. That's not the way it happens for me. But if there's ever a story that is out there, if there's ever a little bit of a knocking in my soul to say something that has to do with my faith, I just do it. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking straight into your eyeballs right now as a listener, and I want you to hear what I'm saying and tell you that at this radio station, which I have worked at since February of 2009, I've been on the air since June of 2016. I've been full-time middays since April of 2018. In all of the time that I have ever had the opportunity to be behind a microphone, not a single person once ever has told me to not talk about something, to talk less about something, to talk more about something. Not a single time. And I hope if you've trusted me, if you've trusted Ryan and Brad and the rest of the 97.1 crew for this long, if you're new like Liz, or if you've been around the block with us, through maybe several presidents, I hope you understand that my integrity as a broadcaster, as a friend of yours, as somebody who we spend time together every afternoon, nobody's ever going to come tell me what I can't talk about. And I am very proud to work in this organization that I'm in right now, to be unfettered access to what I want to talk about. And that 100% includes my faith. Never once has anyone ever told me, Annie, you need to tone that down. Annie, we need to talk a little bit more about this. Annie, you need to support that person less. Not one single time. And if anybody out there ever suggests differently, they're selling you something. 314-241-9797. Got a couple more people on the line here. Let's go to Dave. Dave, thank you for calling the show. We appreciate you for listening. What do you think about coming up in 2025? What happens next?
Okay, Annie, and happy Christmas to you guys.
Happy Christmas.
Also the one thing I was thinking about, what could actually help me with making the show a little better for my access, is I do interact with the show quite a bit, but I deliver, Monday through Friday all day long. And it's hard for me to interact with YouTube and, drive and communicate. So I listen. A lot of times I want to send a message or something. So I'll send it via Twitter, but you guys don't always. I'm actually David Winslow. I send you tweets all the time on Twitter.
Okay, yeah.
And, so I wish there was a way where I could communicate easier with you guys when the show's live. I guess that's my only... the only thing I wish I could improve.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that feedback. Are you thinking more like a text message or something like that? We do have you heard us talking about the Odyssey app, Ryan? The way people can...
Dude, I've actually done that a couple times. I've called and left a message, but that's another thing. It's kind of hard to, call when I'm working. So,
yeah.
But,
okay.
Yeah, just things like that. I don't know. I don't even know if that's possible, but I just like to... I listen to the show every day, and, I'd like to interact more if I could. But my question is... obviously, this Georgia thing with Fannie is a mess. We all know it. It's still lingering. What? This is a state case. I hear the governor of New York can shut that down anytime she wants. Why can't the Republican governor of Georgia, who have made up with Trump now, shut it down? It's obviously time.
I think that's an interesting question, Dave. I appreciate it. I don't have the legalese, the expertise to know how to answer that one, specifically according to the law. But I do wonder if they wanted to see justice play out because they thought that Trump would be proven in a court. I mean, there's a difference between being taken off the hook and justice being served with exonerating Trump.
Yeah, and as far as the balance of powers goes, my understanding would be that the governor couldn't just step into the judicial and say, this is done now.
I think that he could have pardoned him.
There are things he could do.
After the fact. But I don't know if he can just say, we're not going to do that court case. But I think that the Georgia system, it's a slow, sludgy process to go through. But right now it seems as though the justice system in Georgia is working. It's just taking too long. And, honestly, if you look at the losers who have colluded against Donald Trump, specifically in Fulton County, Georgia. And I mean, when I say losers, I mean they lost big. They've lost credibility. They've been embarrassed in Fulton County, Georgia. Big time losers when it comes to this case. And I'm not even saying that metaphorically. They lost.
Yeah, they lost.
They're losers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the justice system part that I want to see fixed. But I think that you are going to see a lot of things in the justice system change when the people at the very top of it change. And that's going to happen in, what did I say, 31 days? Not 31 days. 31 days.
Yeah.
One more call before we take a break. Paul, thank you for listening. Thank you for calling. We appreciate you. What are you paying attention to, and what are you looking forward to in 2025?
Thank you for taking my call, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'm listening to you as I'm driving down to Florida right now.
I'm jealous. Can I go?
Sure, absolutely. We'll be happy to have you join us. I'm looking forward next year to maybe seeing a segment once a week come up for what is Doge finding. You know, what is the most outrageous stuff they've come up with for us?
Okay. I think that's an interesting, to really drill into it. We'll write that down. That's a good example of something new that we couldn't have done before that, but being able to watch the specifics. We've said so many times, Paul, that there are going to be things, there's going to be line items that are cut. We're never going to feel it. We're never going to know it, but it would be interesting to see the details on how it got done.
Yeah, and we don't often see a new whole department of the government come across, especially, I think the last one was Homeland Security, but, they can't really share openly what they're doing with us,
Yeah, I think so. Paul, well, we appreciate you. Enjoy Florida. Very, very envious of the Florida trip right now. So have a great time, and Merry Christmas to you. We appreciate you.
Merry Christmas.
Take care, Paul. You got something over there brewing?
I've been working on this.
I could tell you really want to get it in.
I like the idea.
He's taken over directing the room
of a Doge segment. Around. I think that's a great idea of keeping track of what Doge is finding, what their results are, what they're getting rid of. And I thought maybe we could play. There's something we could play like going into that every time.
Doge, the Department of Governmental Efficiency.
Is that like Dolby?
Kind of.
Are we going to get sued?
There's that one. Here's another one, if you didn't like that one.
Options?
Yeah.
Doge.
Come on! Either one, Just a couple options. Yeah. Just to let them know you're serious. Anyway, thanks for the call. What was his name, Paul? Paul.
Is that your brother? Did you just have that guy call in so that you could play these sounders?
It does kind of seem to fit a little too well, doesn't it?
100% does. It's just like Jamie Lissow yesterday saying Merry Christmas to everybody but you.
And then the ornament didn't have Ethan on it.
Yeah.
That was too perfect. It does sound like we're planning things, which is why we're telling you constantly.
My mother-in-law was listening yesterday, and she felt so bad for Ethan, she sent me a bag of treats for him.
Dog treats?
No, they're for Ethan, not for you.
Come on, Ryan. Ethan's people.
You know what? Before we run out of time here, I want to say thank you to Dave for that call, because I like that he led with, how do I improve as a listener? I think that's where we should really be focused. Not how do we make the show better. How do you do better?
That's Dan.
Well, and
Dan.
And also, it makes me nervous because look at what we're doing to these people. It seems bad. Ethan just came in the room because he heard treats, almost like a dog when he hears treats.
Heard treats for me.
Yeah. My mother-in-law said she felt sorry for you, so she sent you some treats. I have to give them to you.
Well, as I mentioned yesterday, Bobo did hurt me.
He did not hurt you. He feels genuinely bad. I feel bad for even bringing it up.
When you say you keep saying treats, like are these things like Rice Krispie treats?
It has nothing to do with you. I don't know why you're so curious.
Yeah, why
How does he get the treats?
Why?
Does he clap?
Like a seal?
Yeah. And then you throw him a treat?
This in a segment about how to do better in 2025. It's just really coming down for a crash landing at the end of the year.
Yeah, you mentioned that you'd never been told what to say. The only thing I've ever been told is to
shut up,
not be so serious. Why are you so serious all the time? Like,
That's never happened either.
I guess I'll joke it up a little bit.
You're lying.
The management told me I had to.
That's exactly
Steve
what
told you.
Management is not telling you that.
Yeah.
You're being too serious on these broadcasts.
Yeah.
You need to tone it down, ease up. and just have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, that's why I wore a hoodie. I dressed too nice.
Oh, that's why. Well, just make
Did
sure
you
that
run
you're
it-
not wearing sweatpants.
Did you run it by Brad?
I didn't run anything by Brad.
He never does.
He's going to judge you for it.
Well,
Should we
here
go to
we
a
are.
break?
Yeah, we go to break now.
All right, let's go to a break. 3-1. Oh, well, I'm not going to do calls again. People are calling in. We could maybe take more phone calls at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's
'cause
fine.
I'm interested in more of what you guys have to say. So 1 o'clock hour, in the first segment, we'll take a few more phone calls if you guys want to ring us and tell us what you'd like to see, what you love about the show, what you want to see, like just opening ourselves up to an end-of-the-year review here by y'all. Also, if you don't want to call in or if you don't want to wait, this is an easy way to contact the show. Go to the Odyssey app. When you open the Odyssey app and you find 97.1 on the app, there's a little microphone next to the play button. Just push record and talk into your phone. We get that, and then we can play that as well at 1 o'clock. Odyssey app, 97.1, find the play button, microphone next to it, record it, and send it. We'll be right back.
This is The Annie Fry Show. The Annie Fry Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Are you worried about the state of the economy? Concerned about market crashes and rising inflation wiping out your savings? At Noble Gold Investments, we understand your fears and have a solution. Call us today at 1-888-403-1050. Imagine safeguarding you and your family with a tangible asset that has stood the test of time. Gold. With Noble Gold Investments, you can diversify your portfolio and protect your wealth from economic turmoil. Our team will guide you through the process, ensuring you make informed decisions that best suit your needs. Call Noble Gold Investments today at 1-888-403-1050. That's 1-888-403-1050. The future is uncertain. Take control now. Call 1-888-403-1050.
Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
At Odyssey, we believe in casting a wide net to create a diverse and inclusive workforce, as we value the power of community and encourage local organizations to help us in referring qualified applicants to our stations. If you're a community organization interested in receiving our vacancy information, simply email equalemployment@odyssey.com. You'll be directly notified of our open positions. Again, that's equalemployment@odyssey.com. And for our listeners, we invite you to visit odysseyinc.com/careers. There, you'll find an online listing of job openings at all Odyssey radio stations.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, "This is my last hope." The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
The YouTube live chat poll is, which cast member's favorite song is the best? There are 4 choices, of course, because there are 4 of us. Silent Night, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, O Come All Ye Faithful, or O Holy Night. Those are the 4 you get to choose from.
Only 3 of us if you ask Lisso.
We're not telling you which is which, so you can't pick your favorite based on the person. 1248, this time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Get a 97.1 t-shirt. We've partnered with our friends at Whiskey Dickerson's Small Batch Outfitters to bring you a line of high-quality conservative merchandise. Wear it loud. It's all at 971talk.com/merch.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly
This is the Annie Fry Show. Follow Annie on X at Annie Fry Show.
of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world.
Wiggins! Oh! Wiggins!
The Bee or Not the Bee.
These are a series of stories which are either fake and from the Babylon Bee, or they are real stories. I'll read the headline. You tell me which is which. The first one, Clarence Thomas wows audiences with starring role in Annie.
Please be real, 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 please.
Play the sounder, because it is Babylon Bee. I know.
Shucks.
Surprise, surprise.
What does Annie say all the time? Oh, she says she has a shucks line.
Does she?
About it.
She always talks about the next day, the day after today.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, like
oh, yeah, that's how. I guess that's how you
the
put
next
it.
day.
The sun will
coming
come
out.
out.
Yeah, she likes happy days.
She likes good weather. She likes good weather.
Anticipation for Thomas's starring role had been building up for months, but nothing could have prepared New York for the mighty roar of delight that shook Broadway as Clarence Thomas stepped out singing "Maybe" in a deep bass voice.
Maybe now it's time.
But low.
He's a bass.
It says, quote, "I was shaking, crying, overcome," recalled Samantha Nathers, who had front row tickets. "We all were. It was like heaven."
Calling me baby.
I'm glad you knew the song, because I couldn't place that one.
It's towards the beginning of the movie when Annie is sitting awake in the orphanage and she's holding her locket and dreaming of her parents. And then, I love that movie.
So Clarence Thomas would be playing Annie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He wouldn't be playing like the dad.
Why wouldn't he?
No.
He'd be playing Annie.
He was playing Annie. In
Okay.
fact, if you saw the picture on the Babylon Bee, it was Clarence Thomas dressed up like Annie holding a doll.
Well, he had a red curly wig.
Curly wig, red wig.
But he should be Manny.
Yeah, he could be Manny.
Okay.
Next story.
Anywho.
Meet your maker. Meet the robot priests taking the world by storm.
Robot priest? Meet your maker?
That's the quote. Meet your maker. Meet the robot priests taking the world by storm.
That sounds too weird to be fake.
Yeah, that's definitely real.
Yeah, I'm going to call it real.
It is real. A robot priest that delivers blessings in 5 languages and beams light from its hands has been unveiled as part of an exhibition to mark the anniversary of the start of Reformation.
What?
Yep, I know.
Don't put this on us.
No, it's what it is. Half a millennium later, the robot called Bless You 2 is intended to trigger debate about the future of church and potential of artificial intelligence in church. We wanted people to consider if it's possible to be blessed by a machine or if a human being is needed, said creator Stephen Krebs.
Stephen Krebs is one crazy dude.
Stephen Krebs does. That's the fake part of the
That's
story.
That's the only part I know about him.
He runs the Krabby Patty, Mr. Krebs.
Oh, the Krabby Patty.
Is that a SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Never watched an episode of SpongeBob.
No,
What?
I don't. It's just right after my time. I just never did. Didn't have Nickelodeon.
Your kids didn't grow up watching it?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
It was.
No. But
it
I can
was
sing.
uncool
They're
by
2,
the
they're
time.
4, they're
Telling.
6, they're 8. Something cars and hauling freight.
What is that from?
Don't know.
Annie.
From Annie. It's actually from Manny.
Manny.
Yeah.
Manny. Anyway.
Somebody out there knows. There's some 14-year-old boys out there going, Thomas. Yeah. Thomas the Tank Engine.
Wait, there's 14 of all the demographics you could have chosen. You said, "Oh, this is the 14-year-old boys love Broadway."
Yeah, my son.
Really?
It's not Broadway. It's Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, that Thomas. I thought you were talking about Clarence Thomas as Annie.
I see where the confusion happened.
All right, confirmed.
No, the blue tank engine.
Drones turn out to be elaborate gender reveal party.
B.
That is the B. The revelation came as the lights in the night sky, thought to be Iranian spy drones or possibly UFOs, suddenly formed to spell the sentence, "It's a boy."
It's a? Is it an Italian boy?
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
We realized it was part of
rule
an
out the
elaborate.
name Luigi.
Yeah, don't use that one right now. We realized it was part of an elaborate gender reveal party when the first satellite images came in, White House National Security Advisor John Kirby said. At publishing time, President-elect Donald Trump had promised to ban gender reveal parties and make them punishable by death.
Front row.
Wow.
Next one. Law student faces expulsion for misgendering and aggressive pointing at a trans activist.
Aggressive pointing? How do you show me real quick, Ryan, aggressively point at Ethan. Ooh, that's aggressive. That makes me uncomfortable. I'm for
Do
it.
you think I should be arrested for it?
Yeah.
I'd arrest you
That's
for it.
assault, brother.
Expulsion.
Right now.
Thank you, Billy. All right, the story is real.
Billy.
That's from Billy Madison.
Oh.
That's assault,
Oh,
brother.
yeah. Thank you, Billy.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
On October 15th, the Federal Society held a Save Women's Sports event at Pace University in New York that discussed the unfair treatment of female athletes who are forced to compete with biological men. Houston Porter was a student at the event when a bunch of trans activists started screaming, throwing the entire event into a chaotic scene. In the aftermath, the school charged the student, Houston Porter, for finger pointing and calling a man sir. Those are the charges.
Ma'am!
Calling a man sir and for aggressive finger
It
pointing.
is ma'am.
That is one of the most ridiculous videos of
Punches like the
The
big old
woman
stack of video games.
acting like a roided out dude, yelling at everyone to call ma'am. It's like, hey, ma'am.
Yeah, the student faces expulsion for these allegations. I thought we were getting past this, but apparently it's still there.
What was the headline?
Take a bit.
Law student faces expulsion for misgendering and aggressive pointing.
Did we
at trans
clarify
activists.
that this is real?
Yeah, it is real.
I know now it is.
That's
There's
what
no
I
music.
thought it was going. The pointing was going to look like Squidward aggressively pointing there in SpongeBob. Another SpongeBob reference. That's what I thought it was. This is like a really popular meme right now.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought that was when I thought aggressive pointing.
It might be.
Yeah.
There's no pictures of it.
Well, that's what was in my mind.
Before Doge cuts funding, NIH working feverishly to complete study on the effects of giving meth to jetpack hamsters.
You said jetpack hamsters. B.
Yeah, I'm going to say B.
I love that they had to oh no, it's jetpack hamsters. If it's jetpack hamsters, then it's definitely
Yeah,
B.
would it just been
regular
hamsters?
This is real.
Pushed it just
Gave
over the
up the
line.
goat.
You guys are correct. This is the B. The work we're doing is of the utmost importance.
Work we're doing.
Said Professor Burton Hemphill, lead scientist for the Hamster Jet Propulsion Laboratory at MIT. If this Doge organization threatens to cut our funding, we may never know how crystal meth affects hamsters that have been specifically trained to fly through the air with small rocket-propelled
humanity.
devices strapped to their backs. This project could change the world, but those barbarians might shut us down.
Why is it always hamsters? Okay,
I don't know.
Is it always hamsters?
Seems like we're always tested on hamsters. That and monkeys. Wasn't monkeys what Fauci was?
And dogs.
Dogs,
puppies, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Fauci gonna have his day? Are we gonna have a Fauci day?
He's going to get a pardon.
Oh,
I think,
gosh.
I think he will.
You think he did criminal things?
Well, I think he'll get a preemptive pardon just so they leave him alone.
Well, there's a huge difference, as we've noticed, between criminal and ethical. Let's talk more. We'll be right back.
Unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-987-6122. 800-987-6122. 800-987-6122.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I'm Brian Westbrook with Coalition Life. While we celebrate the reversal of Roe v. Wade, there is still much work to be done to support life and pregnant women before they cross state lines. Together, we can provide the love, support, and options that women need to choose life for their children. Coalition Life celebrates more than 3,500 clients served and thousands of lives saved since we began this mission with you. Each one is a miracle. Over the years, day in and day out, our team has walked alongside women facing the fear and challenges of an unexpected pregnancy. Through the support of this community, we have given them hope and a path to choose life for the children they carry. Visit coalitionlife.com to give your vital support while reducing or completely eliminating your state taxes through Missouri's 70% tax credit. Learn more at coalitionlife.com, coalitionlife.com.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio.
That's GetJim.com.
97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
A new strategy on Capitol Hill. Lisa Brady, Fox News. House Republicans may send 3 bills to the floor, a so-called clean continuing resolution, which is short-term spending to avoid a government shutdown, and separate bills for farm aid and disaster relief. This after a bipartisan deal, more than 1,500 pages long, collapsed under Trump pressure.
Republicans blew up this deal. They did. And they need to fix this, period. They have to.
White House spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre says lawmakers should go back to the original proposal. A smaller version that included a debt limit suspension failed last night.
They will act on the debt ceiling issue later, though. They will act on that through reconciliation. That was a big hang-up for President-elect Trump. He wanted the debt ceiling dealt with now while Senate Democrats were still in control of the Senate.
Fox's Aisha Hasni at the Capitol. Midnight tonight is the deadline to avoid a shutdown. For now, meetings at the Capitol continue. The man convicted of killing 2 Indiana girls will spend the rest of his life in prison.
52-year-old Richard Allen sentenced in Carroll County Court to 130 years in prison. He was found guilty last month in the murders of teen girls Abby Williams and Libby German, who were attacked along a hiking trail in Delphi almost 8 years ago. There's been a gag order in the case until now.
We got the guy, we got the conviction, and we know he's going to be in prison for 130 years.
Carroll County prosecutor Nick McClelland, during impact statements, German's mother called Allen evil, saying that he left a path of destruction in their lives. Another family member calling Allen a dead man walking in prison. His attorneys plan to appeal.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. Inflation that ticked higher the past 2 months, easing in the Fed's preferred gauge, and Wall Street is rallying. The Dow up 612 points, getting back over 43K. The S&P and the NASDAQ also up more than 1%. America is listening to Fox News.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
A mix of clouds and sunshine with a big deal this afternoon. It's cold out there, and it stays a little bit on the windy side. 34 for the high. You get caught out in the wind, it's going to be a little nippy. Tonight, some clouds will drop back to 25, so not a big temperature drop. Saturday, sunny and 37. Sunday, sunny and 41. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
We're coming up on Christmas very quickly here. Christmas has been and always has been a religious holiday for a lot of people throughout the world. And if not religious, just a celebration for family and friends. It's also the time of year where, while you might be enjoying or you like the holidays, there's people that are suffering, which this time of year is a really, really hard time of year for them. There's people that are suffering this Christmas because this could be their first Christmas without their loved one, husband, wife, mother, father, child, or their second, third, fourth, 10th, 12th Christmas. So for every one of us that believe in God, and we do pray, remember that in your prayers daily, and hopefully that helps and makes a difference and makes it a little bit better in somebody's life that is suffering right now. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. God bless.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
Gain peace of mind that your flooring and carpet installation will be done right the first time when you hire the experts at Michael's Flooring Outlet. They give all their clients attentive personal service, even bring toys for the kids of the household. It's a family-owned and operated business for 25-plus years. They make sure you make the right choice for your home. So if you have carpets or hard floors, you're going to be happy for years to come. 3 convenient locations in St. Charles County, 116 Main Street, in Old Town St. Peters at Mid-Rivers and Highway 70, in West County on Olive, and the store in Darden Prairie. Michael's Flooring Outlet, IGotFloor.com. Hey, it's Mark Reardon. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how linking to the market is much safer than owning the market for your retirement savings. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go to retirementkey.com.
Get a 97.1 t-shirt. We've partnered with our friends at Whiskey Dickerson Small Batch Outfitters to bring you a line of high-quality conservative merchandise. Wear it loud. It's all at 971talk.com/merch.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
Happy Friday. Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. We appreciate you being with us this afternoon. And, we're in that beneficial time of year where we've got, thank the good Lord in heaven, we have a 2025 ahead of us that is going to be incredibly exciting to cover. I am so happy to be able to take a quick break, with the Christmas, the holidays, to go see family, but to get right back to work in 2025 and to celebrate everything that is coming. We kind of talked about second Christmas coming around the corner on January 20th. But our YouTube live chat poll for today, we're going to talk a little bit about Christmas stuff in and out of the show this afternoon. We're all back on Monday, so that'll be our last show before the holiday season. We've got a really exciting Christmas Eve special planned for you during our show time, and then the Annie Fry Show Christmas special happens, and I guess I'm probably pretty partial, but I have it on. I have 97.1 on in the car everywhere I'm going on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day because it's just a nice, cozy place to be, and it's all special Christmas programming by our show. 97.1 says, here's the keys to Christmas, and we take it and run with it.
Yeah, starting Christmas Eve. It's at 6 o'clock, I think, Christmas Eve through all of Christmas Day.
Mark Reardon is going to be doing something fun on Christmas Eve as well. Ethan, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so in the 5 o'clock hour on Christmas Eve, with the hope to kind of start getting people ready for, just everything going on that night. And then, of course, for your guys' special, Mark is going to be playing Christmas music. He's going to be DJing.
He's going to DJ.
That's where he kind of got his start in radio back during his days at Mizzou. So he is very excited for that, and he's been putting a lot of time and effort into the music he's going to be playing. It's going to be a lot of original stuff. So he's kind
What
of.
do you mean original stuff?
It's original Christmas music.
Not Mark Reardon originals.
No, not Mark Reardon.
Dang
no.
it! I guess I'll still listen.
band.
Had to clarify there.
What was the one-man band?
That would be something. But yeah, he's really excited for that. So yeah, he's looking forward to that.
So that'll be Christmas Eve, and then our Christmas Eve and Christmas Day special takes over, and we're really excited about that. Our YouTube live chat poll for today is one that I think is a fun one, but I think it's also kind of it's a cool question to think about, because we all have our favorite Christmas songs. You go through the Christmas season, and I think we all get particularly annoyed by specific renditions of specific songs. War is over. Yes, we know.
Yep.
But there are usually Christmas songs, and I'm not talking about like specific artists, specific renditions, so on and so forth. I'm talking about that one. A lot of times I think it's Christmas carols, but not for everybody. That one that really, really touches us the most, and it's kind of got that extra personal element to it. So we're asking you, which of our favorite songs is the best? So let's talk a little bit about what our favorite Christmas songs are. And I'm going to start, and whatever you guys can talk about which ones are your favorite, and kind of explain to why it is that one is particularly of interest to you. Mine is O Come All Ye Faithful. And there's something about O Come All Ye Faithful to me that really embodies the purpose of Christmas. You know, the birth of Christ is celebrated. If you're Christian and you're celebrating Christmas as a Christian holiday, maybe you're somebody who is an Easter, Christmas churchgoer or whatever, but when you go into church and you sit down and you sing these traditional Christmas carols, I think it's really powerful to sit down and think about the words that some of these songs that seem as old as time. But O Come All Ye Faithful for me is particularly of interest to me because when I was a little girl, we would always go to my mom's parents' house on Christmas Eve. That was when my mom's family got together. We all got together at my grandma and grandma's house. And there was a period of time where we used to go to grandma always played bells, handbells. And I played handbells for a little bit of time while I was in grade school, mostly because grandma did. And it was really important to her. Like Monday night was bell choir night. If you wanted to go with grandma on Monday, you had to work around bells or it didn't happen. But the bell choir would always play, and it was always so beautiful. St. Paul Lutheran Church in Hamel, which is just a wonderful church. It's where I was baptized. I was 1984. And we would go to that church and we would worship there, and then we would go to grandma's house. And, you know, when you're like a 5-year-old kid and you're worshiping and you're like, there are Christmas presents coming and there are cookies and stuff, you're like sitting in church like, okay, baby Jesus, yay. Let's get a move on. But there was something always that would suck me in the middle of that worship service that it's almost like I can close my eyes. I can sense the level of the lighting that was in the sanctuary among all of the people who are worshiping there. But the thing that I can hear the most, and this chokes me up every time, O Come All Ye Faithful is sung in church, but I can hear my grandpa singing. And the thing about O Come All Ye Faithful that really touches me is the line in there. It says, "Sing choirs of angels," and it talks about all ye citizens of heaven above. And like, okay, so yes, I'm a Christian, and I've talked about this a lot, and we've talked earlier in the show about talking about being Christian, so we're really just going in ham on this right now. But when you're thinking about the birth of Christ, and you're also a little kid and you're thinking about presents and everything, there's just so much emotion that exists there, but that line pushes me over the top every time. When I think about singing with choirs of angels, but I also think about the citizens of heaven above, I think about my grandpa, and I can hear him. If you've been raised in a church and you ever sat with, okay, I'm just going to out like the good old Lutheran, like old German Lutheran way of listening to a man sing a hymn in church. That might mean something to you. I bet it's the same for Catholics. I bet it's the same for Baptists. I bet it's the same for everybody out there. My experience is the German Lutheran tradition. But if you are in a position to raise your families, to raise your children, so that one day your children and your children's children can remember what it was like for you to sing in church, what a gift. And I think for me, "O Come All You Faithful," it's not so much about the song. It's a wonderful song, and I love it. I can't sing. I didn't think I'd be able to get all the way through this, but I can't sing the song without. That is the song I participate in church that I feel what I'm singing the most. And when I think about the citizens of heaven above, which I will one day be, which my children will one day be, that's the whole purpose of the story of the birth of Christ for me. That's why "O Come All You Faithful" is my favorite song.
My story's not quite as good as that.
Good luck.
Sorry.
But Silent Night is just a great Christmas song that I enjoy. And whenever, and it's really not associated with this, but it is in my head, that when I sing it, I think about sitting in the snow as a kid where everything's real quiet.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know why. Like, it's Silent Night. I guess that's really the only connection is
Checks
that
out.
word. But it's a nice memory because it's so calm. And it reminds me of the song. That's really all it is.
I think that the quiet and the silence, especially if you have had the privilege of falling asleep right before Santa Claus comes, and you know when you go to bed right before Santa Claus comes, how peaceful and quiet everything is, and how exciting and how over the top it's going to be when the celebration occurs. There's something very biblical about that moment too.
Yeah.
Ethan?
So mine was "O Holy Night," and similar to you, Annie, in that there's just a lyric that kind of just gets you because of the significance behind it. There's a couple of different songs, some Christmas, some just worship in general, that there's just a line or two that'll just get me. And it's almost this recognition of the power behind those lines. And in "O Holy Night," when it says, "Fall on your knees and hear the angel voices," the thought of that there were people that lived on this earth that looked up in the sky on one night and saw a sky full of angels just singing at the birth of a baby is one of the most, it's just very overwhelming. It makes me feel very small, but also it makes me in a beautiful way fearful of our God, and how powerful he is at his birth as a baby, willing to go into human form, that there was this massive celebration in heaven that that the beginning of the ultimate sacrifice had begun. And I think that just based on, like, as I'm singing this, all these emotions start to come based off of all of those thoughts. And I think it's a beautiful thing.
That's a great story too. Brad, your choice?
So mine is the last one on the list. It's "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen." And the reason that I really like this is, so Ethan was talking a little bit about that healthy, amazing fear of God. But this is all about God's comfort. "God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born this Christmas day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. O tidings of comfort and joy." The song assumes that there is an underlying dismay that every man has. And like, as a young man, I didn't really understand that because I was wrapped up in Christmas, like you were saying. I was a kid, presents and cookies and grandma and grandpa and aunts and uncles and all that other stuff. And that's what it was to me. But as I matured and as I got older and when I became a Christian, one of the things that really got me is that God came to earth in human form, lived a full life, and then died on the cross to pay for not just my sins, but the sin debt of the whole world. And before we had that, we didn't have salvation. Before you have that, you don't have the hope that you would think that you would have. And this song has always provided me great comfort. And what's ironic about it is when I would hear it when I was little, I would hear the line about Satan's power, and that would scare me. And now it's just the opposite.
Well, that's what a peace that will pass all understanding will do. I think Christmas, the pace and the speed with which Christmas happens, there's always this part of the Christmas season where it's usually like when you get in the midst of it. And I've done this both ways, celebrating Christmas with my family, especially after I have kids. I remember one Christmas holiday where Christmas was over and my husband and I looked at each other and we're like, we missed the whole thing. We spent the whole time worrying about being in the places, trying to satisfy all the people who wanted us to be where we wanted to be and when. And it was so put upon us by ourselves. It wasn't put upon us by anyone else. We just felt all of this obligation to meet all of these needs and all of these demands. And it was interesting to reflect at the end of that and think, in our own busyness, in our own, box checking from our list that we were checking twice, we missed the whole purpose of Christmas. And, all of these songs kind of have a common understanding of peace, and also that idea that you can turn over anything that is causing you anxiety, causing you pain, causing you loneliness. It's not that those things cease to exist on Christmas. And in fact, there are people who experience them exponentially during the holiday season. But usually, Ryan, to your point of what you were talking about, like that silence and that calm and that peace that exists is where, if you are hopefully patient enough, if you're able to just kind of let go of the burdens that we put on ourselves, you'll often find that peace is just sitting there staring at you, just waiting for you to feel it, to be willing to feel it, to stop pushing it away because it's there. And the Christmas season is really about that. The Christmas season is really about the opposite of what we are inclined to make of it. And we get into these conversations, playfully on the radio show. We'll get into these conversations about like the most annoying Christmas songs. And in the midst of, there's nothing wrong with that, but in the midst of our needing to buy all the gifts and to be all the places and to bake all the things and to do all the stuff, we can very quickly and easily miss the ultimate joy that comes from Christmas, which is generally still. It's a stillness that exists because we have confidence in what is to come. And when you realize that what is to come has been cared for already for you, taken upon that, all the burdens that you feel, it's on someone else, and it's been cared for. It's been done. The loneliness you feel will be taken care of. The pressure that you feel, a lot of people right now are feeling the pressure of a tough economy. All of that will be relieved from you, and you just you are blessed to sit and take it in and celebrate. And a lot of times for me, I get to feel that the most when it's quiet, when it's still, when it's calm. Let's take a quick break here. When we come back, we can do some next question, do some Ask Us Anything. I want to take phone calls. We can do that at 2 o'clock. Lots more coming on the Annie Fry Show. Please go vote and tell us why you voted in the Annie Fry YouTube live chat poll the way you voted. Our 4 favorite songs, and those are why. And of course, if you vote for one because what we said touched you or whatever, we just want to know what you think is your favorite of our songs. And then make sure you tell us what your favorite is if yours isn't listed here in the Annie Fry YouTube live chat poll. We'll be right back.
This is the Annie Fry Show. Follow Annie on X at Annie Fry Show.
Prescription products require completion of an unlimited patient consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at lifemd.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Should GLP-1 weight loss medication like Wegovy and Zepbound cost hundreds of dollars? We don't think so. TryLifeMD.com helps provide insurance access to the leading GLP-1 medications. Visit TryLifeMD.com to get your free insurance benefits check and see your eligibility in minutes. Listen to Tara's story after losing 42 pounds.
You just take your shot. It doesn't feel like you're on a diet. What I wasn't expecting it to do was to shut off the food noise. I had gone from 237 to 195. This was life-altering, and if I can do it, I feel like anybody can do it.
Get started right now with your free insurance benefits check and see your eligibility for coverage in minutes at TryLifeMD.com. That's TRYLIFEMD.com.
In Missouri, farming isn't just a profession, it's a purpose. You can feel it in our 27 million acres of farmland. You can see it in the nearly 41,000 Missourians who work in agriculture. You can hear it at our farmers markets. You can count it in the $93.7 billion it brings our state. And you can taste it at your family's dinner table. A lot of farmers in our state rely on Bayer's tools and inventions because Bayer has a purpose too. To help farmers thrive. Learn more at go.bayer.com/purpose. Paid for by Bayer.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
You're listening to the Annie Fry Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Level up the comfort of your home this winter with either free attic insulation or an air scrubber. With a new HVAC system installation from Air Comfort Service. For details and a free estimate, visit aircomfortservice.com.
The Mark Reardon Show.
Scott Jennings.
Look who ultimately works in and gets hired in most newsrooms. I mean, it's overwhelmingly of one political persuasion. But when you have an entire industry that's dominated by one bubble, you're going to get a product that only serves people who are in that bubble.
Weekdays from 3 to 6. This is The Annie Fry Show. The Annie Fry Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show, the YouTube live chat poll. We just got done explaining what our favorite Christmas songs are and why, and we want your votes. So if you go to the Annie Fry YouTube live chat poll, you can vote for Silent Night, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, Oh Come All You Faithful, or Oh Holy Night. If you had just heard us talking about it, then you know which song is which. The funny thing is that the people, each of us got to pick our favorite song based on order. And Ethan got back to me first, then Ryan, then Brad, and there were duplicates that were suggested among us. So we picked some of the same songs. So there's really not a loser in any of these songs. These are all fantastic songs.
Yeah, and I will say that last year I chose O Come Emmanuel and got absolutely trounced.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that you saw Ender's comment. Oh, wait. No, that's not the right one. Gosh, what did I see? There it is. JS3 said none of the above. O come Emmanuel.
See, but that would have been my one vote.
Yeah, so you'd have gotten one.
Yeah. Well, I think I did get about 10%.
I think that I will quote Ryan when I was asking him about this. And he said, last year I picked O come Emmanuel and I got trounced. And I said, well, you can pick that again. He goes, no, I want to win this year.
But it is versions of that song that I do like the best. Because there are versions of it that I'm like, I can take it or leave it. But the really good ones, I love them. So it's not totally inaccurate to say that we're picking kind of the brand of the song, not just a particular version of the song.
Yeah, just like the overall, like that's the Christmas song.
Yeah, and so there are versions of that I'm like, So you could say that it's really not my favorite because I don't love all versions of it.
All right, let's get to next question.
Next question. It's a legitimate question. Next question.
Next question, please.
Next question. on the Annie Fry Show.
First question is for Ryan Wiggins. Is that really Kamala's laugh, or is that Kamala's impersonator's laugh?
No, that's really Kamala.
Okay, because it sounds like the impersonator, which I guess is a compliment to her.
Yeah, no, that's really her.
First, real question. 2 or 3 of the Christmas songs you'd get rid of if you could.
Oh, man. There are some of the... Okay. I'm going to go back to we were doing the retire segment. Things you would just retire forever in 2025. Any Christmas song that is about war. So I'm going to stick with that.
I want you to rewrite that. I want you to get into ChatGPT. I know that whatever I said to you was voice to texted weird, but I want you to ChatGPT a new Christmas song that is only about war.
It's just war. Actually, that might be fun.
It would be really fun. And
yeah.
Ryan, you would write that before ChatGPT, so you could just do it yourself. But I thought cheating would be easier for you.
It would be easier, but I still don't even have time to do that. The songs that I'm thinking of offhand are War Is Over, of course, by John Lennon. That's not the name of it, but that's what gets repeated. And then Someday at Christmas, men will be free. And they're like, playing with toys like kids play with bombs. I had that backwards, but that's the way it's something like that. And
that's how I remember it.
Then I think there's another one, and I think it's Grown Up Christmas List that also mentions war. And it's brief. But
is Christmas Shoes a song?
Yeah, Christmas Shoes is a song.
Is that about like a mom dying?
You can get rid of that one.
I don't like that song.
They made it a movie with Rob Lowe.
I like Rob Lowe.
That song is by New Song, and that is a Christian band, but it's a story song. Like
I'm not mad at the story. I just don't. It's.
You hear it once, but here's the thing: you can listen to songs over and over for years and not get sick of them. But that song is a story. So it's like watching an episode of a TV show. Once you've watched it, you could watch it again, maybe even a couple times.
What's the one you always bring up? Santa Claus is coming to town.
Bruce Springsteen.
Something like put him out of his misery.
Yeah.
It's like a broken record.
You kids been good this year?
Hey.
That's not many.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Hey.
It's so off key.
So you guys are going to have an issue with this.
You like that song?
I love that song.
Get out!
I love that song. And
Go back to talking about A Holy Night.
I love Happy Christmas, War Is Over.
Oh!
I love both of those songs.
It's because you're Gen Z.
You know what? You can go listen to Yoko Ono on your own.
I don't know what that is.
Even better.
Oh.
John Lennon and Yoko Ono wrote that song.
Have you heard of Yoko Ono?
No.
You're kidding me.
No.
Would you be offended if somebody told you were the Yoko Ono of this show?
No, because I don't know what it means.
That's
Yoko Ono broke up the Beatles.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
Do you whoa. Do you know who the Beatles are?
Come on, Annie.
Okay.
Of course, yeah.
Well,
no, I know. I
mean,
obviously, I know who the Beatles are, and I like songs by all the individuals, even after they went their own separate
big
ways.
Ringo fan, big solo Ringo fan.
Well, that's the only one that really doesn't have anything. So, but no, I don't know who the
You're
Yoko
killing
guy
the
is.
people in the chat right now.
Oh man,
guys, I was born in 2000. Okay.
Look, I was born in 81. John Lennon was already dead.
Yeah, but how far away was that from like the Beatles' prime at that point? It was like half the amount of time.
Okay, fine. Yoko Ono, by the way, is in that song, but she's so bad in it that the producers went in and had kids sing "War Is Over" her,
really?
because she's so awful.
So wait,
I didn't know that.
was she like?
You can still hear her.
Was it like
in
a
the song.
romantic interest or something, or like what was?
No, they were married for years.
Yoko
Okay, gotcha.
Ono
Yeah.
and John Lennon became a thing, and then the question is, where did John Lennon's responsibilities and commitments lie?
I gotta kind of look through the. Oh boy, yeah, geesh.
The
chat went from loving me to hating me
Yeah.
in 2 takes.
Yeah, we need to say something good in a little bit. You can think
Woof.
about it. Brad, worst song.
Buzz your girlfriend.
Woof.
Yikes.
Man, there's so many lines in Home Alone that are like, that's how people used to talk.
So I think it's Paul McCartney, Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas
Oh,
Time.
yeah, that's annoying.
I don't like that song.
I like it just because I like Paul.
I don't like, I think it's Bing Crosby, Happy Holidays, where you know what song I'm talking about? He's like, Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah, hate that song.
Really?
Yeah. Because there's like a part in there where he's like, loop-de-doo and dop-de-dop. And it's like, all right.
It's
you
the words of the song. He's not just doing it.
Yeah, but it's like.
Loop-de-doo and
he was just-
dickory-dock.
he
and
skipped
don't
over it.
forget.
He was just drunk.
to hang
Yeah.
on your sock.
But I hate that song.
Let's go back to
And then.
Santa Claus is
Yeah.
coming to town.
That was on my list, but you took it. So.
Oh, not many.
Not many. You kids are going to get some cold.
You're not super familiar with the Polar Express movie?
No.
Because you sound like the one. Gosh, you sound like some of the elves.
Are you sure that some of the elves weren't trying to be Bruce Springsteen? In
No,
that
I have no idea.
Pretty
Maybe.
sure everyone in that movie was Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much.
Okay.
Your question. Next question.
My question is, do you burn easily?
Burn skin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, growing up, I'm T-shirt at the beach kid, and now I tan a lot, and I'm not really prepared for it. My mom tans a lot, and I never had that those genetics. But I guess I've heard this before, but having babies changes everything about your body, and I feel like now that I've had babies, I have a lot of freckles too. So, what about you?
I wrote this question a couple weeks ago and then
you had
never
been
asked
burned?
it because I went to Gulf Shores for the Thanksgiving weekend, and the pictures of me that weekend are embarrassing.
Because you're like a lobster?
Like I'm holding up a thumbs up with my son who's got a medal, and
Got
I
blisters.
look like I'd been drinking for 24 hours
Did you
straight.
wear sunscreen?
Yes, but not
Ooh,
enough.
I don't believe you.
I sprayed it, but it was like a little can that was just about empty, and I thought, oh, we're not going to be out that long.
Sounds like it's a no.
No, I did. I just didn't
Was
wear
that
enough.
the only sunscreen in Gulf Shores, Florida? Or that Gulf Shores isn't Florida.
Alabama. That was the only sunscreen we had. Now later, once I was already burned, I put on a lot. But then it
Perfect.
didn't matter.
It's like the government trying to do a shutdown at the end. Just like, well, too late for that one.
Yeah.
Brad?
I burn easily once at the very beginning of the year, and it's usually it's one of those days where it's kind of cool out, and I've forgotten to put sunscreen on because I don't think, I'm going to get sunburnt. It's like 65, and I'll get burned once.
I think
at
it's
the
more
beginning of
about
the
the sun than the temperature.
It really is.
Like you can
No,
go
it's
out
true
right.
because it was the same in Gulf Shores, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking, oh, it's not that bad.
But my brain doesn't work like that, so it's like I'll get burnt once pretty bad, but usually I tan pretty well.
It's the same way in the mountains. Like they're really deceiving.
Mhm.
If it's like if the sun's out in the mountains, it can be like 50 degrees sometimes, but like you'll end up getting really
Especially if you're
burnt.
closer to the sun.
You
redhead?
I burn badly. So we just went to Hawaii, and I got flack I think every day from my wife about okay, let's go set up here. No, we can't set up there. We didn't have an umbrella or anything, so I need to have at least partial shade to be able to go back and forth.
Especially that close to the equator.
So, I was kind of getting a little bit of heat. Like,
Sounds
why
like she's
can't
a
we go-
good wife. She's caring for you.
Well, no, she was the one. She was like, let's set up here. And I was like, no, we got to be over by the shade. And she was like,
she
well, why
didn't
do we have
care
to be
for
over? No.
She wanted her tan.
No. Yeah. But she went in the shade.
You're
at
like,
all.
you don't understand.
Which she tans. She gets like really dark.
Yeah.
I do not. I get really red.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lobster.
And then after that, what happens?
And then after that, it just all sheds off. Gross.
Peels?
Yeah.
And then are you any more tan?
No. Never. Never.
You got a raw deal there.
People can't tell the difference between me in the winter and the summer, genuinely. Like, I mean, multiple times leading up, my dad's like, oh, you need to get a tan. I'm like, Dad, you've known me for all 24 years of my life.
You can probably blame him for some of that.
That's the thing. Yeah. Everyone else in my family, the girls had to force themselves to be able to get there. Like, they would sit in the sun for hours in the summer. But everyone else tans now. I'm the only one that doesn't.
Because you're so young.
I'm just a misfit.
That might happen. Brad, what about you? Next question.
Yeah, so this is actually more for my wife. My dog hurt his leg a little bit ago, and we
a little bit ago.
Yeah. And
Is this
so-
just a reminder to your wife to like pick up worm pills or something?
No. He's got a
For a
bad
hurt leg?
he's got a bad wheel, and
got a bad
last
wheel.
night she said, "Should we get him a leg brace?" And I'm just wondering if I'm a weirdo for getting a leg brace for my dog.
I don't think anyone can make that decision other than you and your wife.
Yeah, I don't think the brace is weird. Now, if you got it a crutch and expected it to know how to use it, that'd be a little weird.
What? I've never seen a leg brace for a dog.
Have you seen those shoulder sleeves that you slide over for pitchers? That's
Yeah.
like neoprene.
Uh-huh.
Think of that, but for his back leg.
You put that on a dog.
Why would it not? Why would it be weird to get a dog something that's going to make the dog better?
I don't know. People just judge you if you give health care to your dog.
Since when do you care?
Ooh. Got him.
Yeah.
Literally no answer.
I wouldn't care.
Either way,
Okay.
she's got you.
So
It's
one
not
way
about
you give
winning.
into peer pressure,
I'm just
and the other
telling
way
you.
you've given health care to your dog.
If you
Either way,
want to
you look
care for
weak.
your dog in a particular way, don't give a rat's patoot about what anyone else thinks about it.
I got to clarify. A couple people apparently
Rat's
weighed in
patoot means
on.
rats.
They're like, what are you talking about? Are you talking about a rat's butt?
Jack butt.
Okay.
That was like Jack Buck. What?
Oh. Happy Gilmore got it.
Can't say that word. I don't know. Maybe we can.
Actually,
but we're not going to.
yesterday I was wrapping up Reardon's show, and Jimmy Fallon was playing in the evening, and they played a sounder of that, of Barker saying, "You suck, Jack," and they said,
Oh, yeah?
So I
Price is Wrong?
Yeah. So no, they didn't use that one, but
Oh, yeah.
I wondered. I was like, well, maybe
No,
that's confirmation.
you can. I just don't want to. We're PG. Every once in a while, we wink at PG-13 when Ryan gets out of control.
I need to finish this thought.
Bologna sausage.
A couple people were weighing in saying, what about war and, referencing Christmas, actual wars that took place around Christmas?
For a Christmas song?
And I'm like, look, those songs aren't about that, first of all. But if you want to get real
what
technical.
if it was about the Crusades?
Yeah. If you want to
Hear
get
me out.
technical, I'll say any song mentioning war that's a Christmas song after 1950. Because I heard the bells on Christmas Day.
We're gonna
apparently
put
is a
Ethan
Civil
in
War
charge
song.
of what's good and what's not.
Yeah.
I'm getting overwhelmed very quickly.
Yeah.
Yoko Ono? What's that?
He's never heard
Sounds
of
like
anybody.
You said Yoko Ono, and he said, "quote I don't know what that is."
What that is?
Yeah. Like, sounds like a weird version of eggnog or something.
Anything that
I'll
was
have
around
some whatever. I'm up for anything.
before he was born, he doesn't know. Like
I'll have
I
what
mentioned
he's
Limp
having.
Bizkit the other day, and he's like, "What the hell is that?"
Excuse me. Then there's the wink at the PG-13 kids. Turn away. Ryan Wiggins is a
Corn
bad
like
influence.
the food? No, with a K, man.
Backwards R.
Wait, before we take a break, should Brad get his dog a leg brace if it's going to make his dog feel better?
Nah. What? It just shows too much weakness.
We had a
shut
moment when you guys were talking, and I said, well, either way he looks weak. He goes answering to his wife or getting a dog
Peer
a brace.
pressure or getting health care for his dog. Either way.
Ethan, should he get the dog a leg brace if it's going to help the dog?
Yeah, do it. I guess I'm weak. Do it.
In Ryan's eyes, but I mean, look at Ryan.
Look at Ryan.
And you're looking at the
Ryan's
left
a-
side of his
Ryan's a
face. You're getting
picture
the
of
good
health.
side.
Yeah,
I'm getting the bad side.
I got the good view over here. Just look at it.
So, Ryan, you better not be going get your leg worked on.
Yeah, I'm going to the chiropractor 2 days in a row for
Literally,
my bum knee.
last night, he literally
walks in
says
with
that
a
he's
brace.
like, I slept last night with a knee brace, and I got to go see the doctor tonight about my knee. I'm like, okay, old man.
All of a sudden, I was like, I just slept with a knee brace.
You know what? Right now at the teacher's lounge at your wife's school, it's like, I don't know if I should get my husband a knee brace. It makes me look weak.
Kind of be a sign of weakness.
He's
weird
gonna
that
be
they're in the
walking
teacher's
around
lounge.
Christmas with a cane, and he's only 52.
Yeah. A candy cane. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Wiggins.
Oh, God.
Wiggins?
Did you say Wiggins? No,
I thought he said wins.
I thought he said too.
Get the dog a
Man,
knee
you can
brace.
tell. We're about checked out.
About. Dude, we are gone, and we're glad you're here with us.
Yeah.
Let's stop caring about work all at the same time. If you were at work right now, you were either cramming for something that you should have done earlier,
Yeah, like fruitcake.
or you're just looking at the clock and you're watching us on YouTube or you're listening to us on the Odyssey app, and you're just waiting for time to pass. So thank you for passing that time with us.
It's like passing a stone.
Ryan, I was going to rap, and now what am I supposed
It
to
was
say?
beautiful.
Go think about what you've done. We'll be right back.
This is the Annie Fry Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
Michael's Flooring Outlet. You find them online at igotfloored.com. Go check out Michael's Flooring Outlet in store over the holiday break if you've got one. Maybe this weekend you're going to be shopping for yourself and you've decided it's time to replace that dingy carpet in our house. It's worn. There are spots that, like, you ever move the furniture that never gets moved and you're like, oh, that's what the carpet's supposed to look like. What if it all looked like that? Go to Michael's Flooring Outlet and see what they have to offer you. I love the way they display their flooring. Gives you a really good visual of how it's going to be reflected in your own home. You can walk on it. You can see it in a larger space rather than maybe just a picture online. igotfloored.com if you want to look at it there. But if you're willing to take that purchase journey to the next step, go visit them in St. Charles County on Main Street, in Old Town St. Peters at Mid Rivers and Highway 70. You can visit them in West County on Olive Boulevard, 1 mile off of 270 West on Olive. You can also visit Michael's Flooring Outlet in Dardine Prairie. Reviews online, the ability to request an estimate online. You can see all the beautiful products like the Techwood Plus line, the Mohawk Smart Strand line of carpet online. It's all there. Visit them at igotfloored.com.
Lifestyles Unlimited member Lisa on how our educators and mentors share their knowledge.
The whole Lifestyles Unlimited team is just wonderful, and all the people in it is basically copying what I do so you could be successful.
Lifestyles Unlimited. Over 33 years teaching the real estate retirement roadmap. Text the word radio to 88007. That's radio to 88007. Join for just $297 and save 60%. Lifestyles Unlimited. Text radio to 88007.
What better way to support your nutrition than with the multivitamin that was created right here in St. Louis? Neovitin Original Multivitamin was created by St. Louis physician Dr. Abicki to support his own nutrition when he needed it most. Now, Neovitin Original Multivitamin is formulated with sensible doses of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and Dr. Abicki's proprietary blend to give you nutritional support you won't find anywhere else. Neovitin is now conveniently available through our no-obligation monthly subscription. Cancel or pause at any time, and shipping is free. Support your nutrition with a subscription to Neovitin at neovitin.com today.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need the best. Let us make your case our cause. Car accident? Call Onder Law for a free review at 314 or 618-9000000.
If you're looking for all the comforts of home plus some in a senior living community, check out Hampton Manor of Wentzville, just off the Lake St. Louis exit at Highway 70. They'll even treat you to lunch. Set up your appointment today and tell them Mark Cox sent you. WentzvilleAssistedLiving.com.
Make holiday magic this year with something beautiful and timeless from Diamonds Direct. At Diamonds Direct, we have hundreds of styles that are ready to be wrapped and put under the tree. No need to wait for shipping. For some fabulous ideas before you head to the store, see the online seasonal gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. We've got special financing so you can spread out your payments. Get directions, details, special showroom hours, and our holiday gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
The American Cancer Society calls upon Black women from all walks of life to join Voices of Black Women, a groundbreaking research study led by the American Cancer Society. Voices of Black Women is designed to better understand why and how cancer and other health conditions impact Black women. Go to voices.cancer.org.
Which cast member's favorite song is the best? Annie is currently just hitting me in the head with my own camera. Yeah, right. Oh, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Silent Night, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. Oh, come all ye faithful, oh, holy night. This is real professionalism on my part that I'm able to get through this. Let us know. That's the Annie Fry YouTube live chat poll. It is 147. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
It's Annie Fry, and a very Merry Christmas to you and to yours. As we celebrate the birth of Christ in my family, I hope that you experience the love and the light that He has shared with all of us, surrounded by those that you love. Merry Christmas.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of
This is the Annie Fry Show.
Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh,
Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Fry Show.
him. Oh, come, let us adore him. sing choirs of angels singing.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. The YouTube live chat poll for today is which cast member's favorite song is the best? That's mine. Oh, Come All You Faithful. We had Silent Night was picked by Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Holy Night by Ethan, and God Rest You Merry Gentlemen by Brad. And we want to know what you think out of those four. Which of our favorites is your favorite? If you have another favorite that you would like to share with us, please come join us on the Annie Fry YouTube live chat poll. Vote and then leave a comment. Janine said, I chose Oh Holy Night, but like Annie, I love Little Drummer Boy by King and Country. It rocks. If I were picking one song by one artist, that would be in the running for best rendition of because I really like the Little Drummer Boy too. The O Come All You Faithful one is just because of what we discussed in the beginning of the hour. It's a personal one to me. Can we do a little more Ask Us Anything? Next question.
Yes, we can.
Favorite Christmas cookie?
Favorite? Does it have to like any? What?
It's a cookie that's on
cookie?
it's a cookie that's on a Christmas cookie tray, but it doesn't have to have red and green sprinkles. You can advocate for it being a Christmas cookie if you want.
Snickerdoodle.
I should maybe bake some of those for Monday.
It's the only time of year I eat those. Although I like a lot of the Christmas cookies that have. We did this last year. We did put a Rolo on it. Annie with Mike Elam.
Find that. Pull it up.
I will. We love. Speaking of the plural for absolutely no reason.
The royal we.
Me and myself. We love to have anything with candy on it, which is a lot of Christmas cookies.
M&Ms.
Yeah, M&Ms. Although I don't love pretzels on them. People do that
candy.
a lot. Yeah, it's not candy.
But if with a Rolo, a pretzel's a good ad. Do
Yeah,
you have it?
I agree.
I think so.
I think I have it too.
I would say my favorite Christmas cookie, I just really like the shortbread cookies with icing that you can get all year round, but they're definitely used to decorate. My daughter makes the best kind, and she got that recipe from my mother-in-law. I also love my grandma's ginger snap cookies, which I have the recipe for and make at Christmas time. They're really soft gingerbread cookies, and most of the time gingerbread cookies are crispy, crunchy, but I like them soft. What's your favorite?
It's those ginger snaps you were just talking about.
Oh, yeah? Soft or crunchy?
The soft ones. Your grandma's recipe specifically.
Oh, did I bring them in?
Yeah, you brought them in. I tried
those.
them, and they are great.
All right. Well, maybe Monday we'll try to bring in some ginger snaps, and that's what they are. They're not gingerbread cookies. They're ginger snaps. But they're not snappy. They're soft. And snickerdoodles. I make good snickerdoodles. We'll maybe do that.
Okay.
Will you guys eat them if I bring them in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess.
Put a Rolo on it?
Put a Rolo on it.
Are you
Christmas party, and you don't know what to bring? Remember this simple advice. Put a Rolo on it. Take anything you've got and put a Rolo on it for the easiest dessert imaginable.
A pretzel?
Put a Rolo on it.
A cornflake?
Put a Rolo on it.
What about a chip?
Put a Rolo on it.
Toast, maybe?
Put a Rolo on it. A Rolo is a dessert by itself. That's what's so great about put a Rolo on it. You're not really doing that much.
But you do have to unwrap each individual Rolo.
That's not that hard.
So I could just unwrap Rolos and put them on a platter? That's technically putting them on something.
Yes. Now, if you want to get really fancy, then put an M&M on the Rolo.
That's brilliant.
Yes, it is, because it's just candy. But you still get credit for making something. So take my advice and put a Rolo on it.
That's got to make the special this year.
Mike Elam.
That was great.
Mike Elam.
Yep. I just gave that script to him and said,
He
here.
just went to town on it.
Yeah.
He did great.
I think Mike Elam was very, very happy to be a part of that.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. He might be listening right now.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Jackie says, is that Elam? It sure is. Next question. Brad, do you have another one?
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
okay,
go ahead, Ryan.
If you're gonna
struggling with the board over here, guys.
The rigors of this.
Do you prefer a guy or a girl?
Like a professional massage?
Yeah.
Or like, ooh, my shoulders hurt.
Not like around the office.
0. Don't care. Just want them to know how to do their job.
Take whatever?
Yeah. No. Skilled. I don't discriminate on gender, but you got to be skilled.
Okay.
I have Tanya. She is in Bethalto, I think. There is a really great health and wellness place in Bethalto, and Tanya is the best, and I love her, and I need to go see her. And she's just a little petite woman, and she knows exactly what she's doing. So I have no problem with it. But, I mean, if you're asking the question I think you're asking for, I have a male OBGYN. So I'm not gonna be like, no on the male massage. Yeah, I know.
TMI.
Yeah, I knew. Well, you shouldn't be weirded out by it. Your OBGYN's male, too.
No, I don't have that.
It's ma'am.
Mine is in a truck in Sauget.
At a Democrat convention.
And they pay you.
That's not my experience.
Okay. For me, I do feel a little weird when it's a guy. But I'm going to get...
Have you had a professional massage by a dude?
I think so. It's been
What do you
so
mean
long.
you think so?
It's been so long since I've had a massage that it's hard to remember.
Wait. You're saying it's possible that in your lifetime a man has massaged you?
Yes. Yeah, it's possible. But I don't know. I really can't remember.
What?
He went to Carbondale. It's a party school.
Yeah.
If
After
you're
midnight,
drinking
you're like,
heavily,
I'll take a massage
if
from
you're
anybody.
drinking heavily before you get a massage, it is not a professional. That is a date.
No, that's not true. Not with a bagel cart guy.
What?
If you know, you know. The massages I've gotten have typically been on a random vacation with my wife, where we decide last minute, oh yeah, let's go do a couples massage.
Couples massage?
So I don't remember. I really don't.
There is no way. You know what happened? You got a massage by a man and you blacked it out.
It's possible. I mean, the trauma probably does exist somewhere there.
Why?
I don't know.
Was it a professional establishment?
I would tell you if I knew. I don't know.
I'm texting
I don't
your
know
wife
if there's.
right now.
Yeah, you can ask her.
I'm gonna talk to my best friend.
If she remembers, I'll be amazed. But do you have any sort of preference here, Brad?
Has Ryan ever had a massage professionally by a man? ? It's for the show. Period.
I would prefer not to get a massage. I cannot think of anything.
No massage at all.
I hate them. I've had one in my life. Will never have another one.
Really?
Yeah, not a fan.
Oh, man.
It's the best thing in the whole world.
There's a place off of Olive Street that's like in St. Louis that's like a bunch of Asian restaurants, and there's a massage place there that does just feet. It is great. And I don't remember if it was a guy or girl. That might have been a guy, actually. I don't know. But again, man, there's so many jokes that I'm like, we're on 97.1 though. This isn't the bar with the guys.
Hey, Ethan, will you keep this out of the Christmas special, please? We're desperate. We're not that desperate. Which could
the
be...
segment's over, is it?
Yeah. Oh, we're going to defile the song now.
Yeah.
We need a clean break.
Yeah.
Clean break. Don't talk. We'll be right back.
Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him.
Hi, Thomas Helbig here with the Retirement Advisory Group.
Hi, I'm Bob Kershaw. As a family business, we'd like to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We grew up right here in St. Louis, part of a large family, and that's what makes the holidays so special. The things we hold in our hearts, not in our hands. It's the people, family, friends, and the personal relationships that grow stronger with the passing of time.
In the past 38 years, we have become part of many lasting relationships, and we have made a lot of friends in and around St. Louis, and that just can't be taken away. So as we turn the page and put yet another year in the books, let's remember to be good to one another. And for those of you who may have lost loved ones, our hearts go out to you. Here's hoping next year will bring even more joy and blessings to all of you. And remember the important things to be thankful for. So once again from all of us at the Retirement Advisory Group, And from our family to your family, we'd like to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, I'm Jim Brennan of McKelvey Homes. Have you always wished for a brand new home but don't want to leave your neighborhood? You are in luck. McKelvey has brand new move-in ready homes in established neighborhoods like Creve Coeur, De Pere, Kirkwood, and many more. Select one of our custom home sites or we will build on your lot. You will love McKelvey's legendary quality and personal service. Visit McKelveyhomes.com and move up to McKelvey since 1898.
Hey, it's Brady Cook, quarterback at Mizzou, for Macadoodle's Darden Prairie, where wine tastings happen all day and friends are made when the door opens. Macadoodles has everything from fan-favorite California cabs to interesting wines from the old world. A wide selection of bourbon and tequila, and basically every spirit you can imagine. Whether you need to stock up the liquor cabinet for your next party, or you're having a cozy night in with a bottle of wine, Macadoodles has you covered. The friendliest staff in town. Come visit Macadoodles on Bryan Road, just north of the Page Extension in St. Charles County.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio.
That's GetJim.com.
97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
We will not have a government shutdown. Lisa Brady, Fox News. Those words a short time ago from House Speaker Mike Johnson. After long meetings with the Republican conference, Johnson says they're unified.
We will not have a government shutdown, and we will meet our obligations for our farmers who need aid, for the disaster victims all over the country, and for making sure that military and essential services and everyone who relies upon the federal government for a paycheck is paid over the holidays.
The House Speaker not offering specifics yet, though, but says he expects to move forward. Sources telling Fox News earlier that a short-term spending bill, disaster relief, and farm aid might be split into 3 bills. White House spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre accuses Republicans of playing politics with the threat of a government shutdown.
They're doing the bidding of their billionaire friends. That's what we're seeing, at the expense of hardworking Americans.
This after President-elect Trump and Elon Musk opposed a much larger bipartisan stopgap bill, instead backing a smaller package that included a debt limit suspension, which failed in the House last night when more than 30 Republicans joined Democrats to vote against it. The holiday rush is on.
The traffic, the busyness, it's just like everyone's like just so anxious trying to get out, trying to leave, and then it's just busy.
The TSA expects to screen nearly 40 million people at airports between now and January 2nd, and AAA expects record holiday travel overall, more than 119 million Americans on the move.
Driving will be the most popular mode of transportation this holiday season. Gas prices are in line with last year, just 3 cents cheaper at $3.05, according to AAA.
Fox Business's Kelly Saberi. Air travelers are dealing with some disruptions, mostly delays, more than 4,000 delays on the FlightAware tracker. Just getting word of a crash at a Christmas market in eastern Germany. A car crashed into the market. No immediate word on any casualties, but reportedly the driver was arrested. America is listening to Fox News.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
A mix of clouds and sunshine with a big deal this afternoon. It's cold out there, and it stays a little bit on the windy side. 34 for the high. You get caught out in the wind, it's going to be a little nippy. Tonight, some clouds will drop back to 25, so not a big temperature drop. Saturday, sunny and 37. Sunday, sunny and 41. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
If you're planning to sell and also buy a home in the near future, I know what you're going through. Gloria Lou with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty knows selling and buying your next home at the same time can be tricky, especially in our area. Hey, Mark Cox here. If you need to sell and buy at the same time, this is for you. Gloria Lou has several great options for her home sellers, including her Sell and Stay program. That gets you the most money possible for your current home and allows you to stay put until you find your next home. No more stress, worries, or hassles. Gloria Lou makes selling your St. Louis area home easy, and she's been doing this for more than 21 years. Why risk working with an average realtor when you can work with the best? The name to remember is Gloria Lou of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Call Gloria today at 314-325-6888 or visit gloriahasthebuyers.com, 314-325-6888 or gloriahasthebuyers.com.
Conditions apply. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon, and I live in the Fenton area, and I love that I have the largest locally owned sporting goods store right here where I live, Denny Dennis Sporting Goods. Their selection of hunting, fishing, firearms, and ammo is huge. Whether it's for you right now or for the outdoors person on your Christmas shopping list, check out Denny Dennis Sporting Goods in Fenton. Their prices and customer service will not be beat. Denny Dennis, where family traditions began. I even bought my daughter a fishing rod recently, and memories are made forever. Denny Dennis on Gravois at the Merrimack River, Fenton, Missouri.
I'm Brian Westbrook with Coalition Life. While we celebrate the reversal of Roe v. Wade, there is still much work to be done to support life and pregnant women before they cross state lines. Together, we can provide the love, support, and options that women need to choose life for their children. Coalition Life celebrates more than 3,500 clients served and thousands of lives saved since we began this mission with you. Each one is a miracle. Over the years, day in and day out, our team has walked alongside women facing the fear and challenges of an unexpected pregnancy. Through the support of this community, we have given them hope and a path to choose life for the children they carry. Visit coalitionlife.com to give your vital support while reducing or completely eliminating your state taxes through Missouri's 70% tax credit. Learn more at coalitionlife.com, coalitionlife.com.
Steel holiday savings are here. Make room under the tree for gifts at the top of their wish list. Power up the holidays with great deals on long-lasting tools. Find the perfect gift at your local Steel dealer or shop the Steel Holiday Gift Guide at steelusa.com.
Merry Christmas.
From the Mark Cox Morning Show to you and your family, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We have so many things to be thankful for, and we're blessed that you tune in each morning, and we're all looking forward to a great 2025.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
They got someone here knows what they're talking about.
Left up, left right, gotta love this American ride.
You need to take some time to get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show, 2:07 on a Friday. And that's what that sound means. What do you have sitting next to you right now?
This is what I talked about in Wiggins America on Monday. This is the frozen gummy bears.
So explain what happened to these. Hold on, before you do that.
Okay.
We took some phone calls at the beginning of the 1 o'clock hour. We're going to do that again. And we told some people who were calling in and hanging on the line that we would do this again at 2:05. And what we're looking for is, what stories are you looking to discuss the most in 2:25? What do you want to hear from the Annie Fry Show? What do you appreciate about us? What do you want us to do more of? We want your feedback. And if you call us at 314-241-9797, 314-241-9797, we're going to answer your phone calls right now. But while we wait for those lines to fill up, if they are going to, gummy bears.
Gummy bears. Now, this is a TikTok trend, frozen Sprite gummy bears. So this is a long process that took me several days. And we are now here at the end of it, where you take gummy bears, and they recommend using the Haribo gummy bears. So I did that, but I also brought in, they're not my favorite. I like them, but I brought in several varieties to try different kinds, and then also 2 different sodas. So what you do is you put all the gummy bears or whatever's into a bowl and then fill the bowl where it's covering every single gummy with Sprite. And then I did another one with Sprite with grenadine, so like Shirley Temple.
Okay.
And then you add it, you let it sit overnight, come back the next day, and take them all out. You strain them, and then you put them on a plate and freeze them overnight. Well, this was last night, so now I've just pulled them out of the freezer, and they're done. And they say they should be a lot bigger, which they are. So like a normal, I'm going to hold this up to the camera right here, a normal size gummy bear becomes about double the size, and that one was soaked in regular Sprite. The ones with grenadine are more red. And we're going to try them.
Are you excited about this?
Yeah, except
Real
that
question
I
first,
just don't know.
Have you tried one yet?
No, I pulled these right out of the freezer just now.
So you haven't scooped us at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, let's let them sit there for just a minute. We're going to get to some phone calls here. 314-241-9797. What are you looking forward to from the Annie Fry Show in 2025? What can we do? What can we do more of? What do you like that we're doing? What do you wish we were doing more of? We are wide open to your suggestions. If you want to give us a call, 314-241-9797. Call us and tell us what you think. Let's start here with Rich. Rich, thank you for calling the show. Tell us what you think.
Merry Christmas, you guys.
Merry Christmas to you, Rich.
I really think that after going through what Congress went through last night, that we had 25 people in there that did not let that pass, and it just made some confusion going on. But you guys do a heck of a job covering it all. You bring up a lot of stuff with what Trump's office is doing, and you're very informative. I want to compliment you guys on. I really enjoy your program.
Well, Rich, thank you very much. I appreciate that, and we're gonna do our best in the new year to cover all of these things. We get to shift gears, which I'm very much so looking for. Brad, you had mentioned one time that you've only ever been on the show during Biden's administration.
Yeah, only Biden. So everything has been like, let's report on whatever nonsense he's doing, and now I'm hoping to report on some wins that we got.
Yeah, it'll be different for sure. 314-241-9797. 314-241-9797. Let's get to Michael. Michael, thank you for calling the show. Tell us what you think.
Hey, Annie, how you doing?
Doing okay. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you. I think that, first of all, you do a pretty good job. I would just say probably have more opposing views on your show. You know, it seems that the mantra is in the realm right now is that people who are Republican talk to Republicans, people who are Democrat talk to Democrats, and they're not having a conversation across the aisles. And I think that will benefit us all. But outside of that, I was just talking about the fact that Michelle Obama was advocating for healthy meals, and it was such a pushback from the other side, as if we have the right to get a large soda if we want to. But now it's like a complete 180. Like it's like unaware of the fact that this woman was advocating for healthy meals in schools, and now all of a sudden they're like it's a fresh new idea. It's just something.
Hey, let me ask you this question, Michael, about do you see a difference between Michelle Obama telling you what you can and can't eat and RFK Jr. telling companies what they should and should not be putting in the food that we get to choose to eat or not to eat? Do you see a difference there?
There is a slight difference in that. I think that, but either way, she would have been deemed as wrong, because when, as far as companies and trying to dictate what companies do, it's like, well, now it's against the freedom. You have the right to do that. But, and actually, I agree with that sentiment as far as the poisons and the things that's in our food is wrong. So I hope that Democrats don't fall for the trap and then turn around and say, well, oh, no, it's a bad idea. No, we really do need to do something about our food. We needed to do something when Michelle Obama said it. But I just really want the infighting to stop so that we could get things done. You know what I'm saying? And it irks when I see conversations with a bunch of yes people talking in a circle who agree with each other. Like, who wants to have a conversation with someone that they agree with all the time? Like, to me,
do you feel like we're a bunch of yes people who just sit around and agree with each other all the time?
Well, sometimes you are, except for other topics, but sometimes you all are on accord. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
well, Michael, I think that I would just say in our defense, the amount of Democrats, excuse me, that we reach out to try to have on this show who won't come on our show and won't have a conversation with me. For whatever particular reason, Michael, you listen to the show, and I really appreciate you. I know when your name comes up on the screen that the chances of you being, I'll just put it this way, that Michael, I know that it's pretty high. And Michael, I try to take your phone call every single time, and I know that you're going to disagree with me. So I'm not afraid of any of that. And
That's
I actually,
not all the way true.
Well, you and I agree on some things, and I think that it's important to agree on the idea of having broader conversations that exist outside of just our own, group think. I don't really consider myself to be a group thinker, but I'm sure everybody very subjectively considers themselves to be open-minded. I do think that the conversations that are going to happen in the future are going to be broader. I would push back on one thing, though, and that is that the far left progressive part of the Democrat Party, which I'm not 100% sure whether you would consider yourself to be a far left progressive. I didn't think so. But that wing of the party, which has been the squeakiest wheel, not the majority, but the squeakiest wheel in the Democrat Party for so long, has made it so that if you don't agree with them, you're supposed to sit down and shut up for so long. That I think that the idea that we've broken through that right now, that people who aren't the way they say they are, even Democrats, even RFK Jr., who is potentially going to be in the cabinet for a Republican president, the status quo is changing. And I think those conversations that you're saying you want to hear that involve people of different walks of life and different perspectives and different thinking, that those conversations are going to be more possible under Donald Trump's administration than they ever were under Joe Biden's administration or under Barack Obama's administration. And I hope that on the Annie Fry Show, we are open to having those conversations every time we have the opportunity.
Well, I want to say this. You and I have had conversations for a long time over issues when things will happen in the city of St. Louis from, different protests. And it's part of that reason that inspired me to be a candidate and run as an elected official in the Democrat Party. So I think you're to blame for me becoming an elected official. But
oh man,
are we cheering or are we?
Hooray for Michael!
Thank you, Annie.
You should be wearing my shirt to all of your meetings. You should be you should be wearing Annie
and a
Fry
red
Show
hat.
merch. Yeah,
it'll say Annie did it.
Annie did it. There
That's
you
the
go.
shirt.
Yeah,
that's the shirt. No, but seriously, we get a lot more done when we talk to each other and when we, work with each other. We had a tumultuous election. A lot of people were in their feelings, but a lot of people were heard that normally don't get accounted for. And that's where the Democrats went wrong. And honestly, that's where the Republicans goes wrong, too. They try to silence certain factions of the voices. And that time is over. So I appreciate you guys whenever I can. I definitely listen. I'm going to be very busy coming up. I won't say what faction I'll be working, but I will be busy this election cycle. So,
Michael, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much for the phone call. We'll talk to you a lot more in 2025, I'm sure.
Merry Christmas.
Take care. Yep, every time Michael gets up there, I always know that's going to be a little bit lengthier of a conversation. And he has thoughts, he has perspectives, and he's very respectful and kind. So that we can have that anytime.
Is it going to surprise you to turn on the TV tomorrow and find out he's the governor?
Maybe he's actually.
Hey, is that Michael?
Maybe he's actually the president. Maybe he's actually running Joe Biden's administration. He's had the inroads on us the whole time. Real quick, Matt, thank you for calling the Annie Fry Show. What do you want to see in 2025? What do you like? What do you want to see more of?
Well, first off, I want to thank you guys for what you do and the way you do it. I know you guys actually like each other and know each other because of the way you can actually do deep teases and picking on each other. So it's not a fake show like a lot of them are. And I think Donald Trump right now is seeing who he can count on and who he can't with what's going on. And I think that's going to set up for him clearing the way for himself in the future.
Well, Matt, thank you for listening. Thank you for seeing through that. I mean, we really do care about each other, and we hope that comes through because it really is more about that than it is about anything else. All of the politics and stuff, everything that Donald Trump's going to be able to do, stuff he's not going to be able to make good on, all of that stuff has to come from a perspective of what really matters, and we appreciate you calling in and talking to us today. Merry Christmas to you, Matt.
Merry Christmas to you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Let's get one more call in here before we break. Chris, thank you for calling the Annie Fry Show. Merry Christmas to you.
Hi, Annie. Merry Christmas. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. What do you think about what's coming in 2025 and what you expect, what you want to see more of, what we can do?
So I just really appreciated you having some local elected officials on. I'm your neighbor over in Madison County, and you had one of our elected board members on to sort of explain his side of a controversial topic that took place. And I feel like that one thing that I'd like to see improve are increased numbers of local elections, right? Because they affect our everyday lives probably more than national elections. And I think you having those folks on, I know especially over here in Madison County, kind of raised awareness and gets people involved, and hopefully that'll increase our voter turnout on these quote-unquote smaller local elections. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I know that, I kind of go ebb and flow with what we talk about with Illinois. All three of us in here live in Illinois. So Brad, Ryan, and myself care deeply about what's going on in Illinois. We also understand that we're probably 60-40 Missouri audience, but it's much more Illinois than a lot of people think. And so coming up now, I know that, okay, we just got done with an election, Annie. What are you talking about? But the midterm election that will be in 2026 is the statewide election for Illinois. And J.B. Pritzker is the governor. There are no term limits in the state of Illinois for governor. Is he going to run again? I'm interested to know if he anticipates doing so. I'd honestly be shocked if he's not. I don't know why he'd step down unless he's stepping down to run for president in 2028. But I think that he would run, win the governorship, and then go be the president, try to be the presidential nominee. I don't think that he would step down for that. So those local elections do really matter. It's one of the reasons why I'm so involved in like Madison County Republicans, Jersey County. I'm going to be going there in January. We've done a lot of work with St. Clair County. Ryan just was the speaker at the St. Clair County Republicans Christmas party. I think we're going to do, was it Macoupin County? I can't remember which one it was. I was talking with on the Illinois side, and these really do matter. These are local elections. Missouri certainly has had the same type of effect. The St. Louis County Republicans are the ones who hired me to run the governor's debate, to moderate the governor's debate, which at the time was the only debate that was slated. And then I think KSDK might have had one in addition to that. But being involved locally is a very important thing. And there's going to be a lot of national attention that's going to take place in the first 100 days specifically of Trump's administration. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of local stories develop after that.
We get it, too. We like you said, we're all Illinois, and we very much care about not just Illinois politics, but our local areas. That's why we do, I think within this year, we've done broadcasts from the Madison County GOP event at the Convention Center in Collinsville. We've done golf course, we've done the St. Clair County GOP golf course stuff. Multiple events. So we're very, very much aware of how important it is to get local elections moving in the right direction. But like you said, at the same time, on the air, if you cut the audience in half, you can't do a whole lot of that.
Yeah.
And then you also, if you go that part is like that local, then you're cutting it even deeper. So we got to be aware of that stuff too.
And also, I know that there are people who listen who are Missouri listeners here specifically who hear me talking about Illinois. And if I talk about Illinois one time in 3 weeks, I will get a message from someone who says, "Oh, she was talking about Illinois again."
Illinois too much.
Yeah, and it's really, I know that it's because it's not of interest to you. This market that we're in, with the news talk opportunities that you have out there to listen to, Mark Cox and Mark Reardon, in my opinion, are the best at covering local Missouri politics. They go all in on it, and they do it in what I think is a very fair and honest way. So we have two of the best options that you have, the two best options that you have to listen to what's going on in Missouri. I don't feel sometimes I think what I could maybe do more of is have those Missouri politicians on to talk to our audience specifically, but I really feel like we offer that on 97.1. And we do it the best on 97.1 with the Mark Cox Morning Show and with the Mark Reardon Show. And there's nobody else out there talking about Illinois. Nobody else cares. And if they, this is the thing that gets to me, and I think you guys probably as Illinois residents, Ryan and Brad, people who listen, you'll get this too. The way that I will talk about Illinois and make it interesting to everyone is like everybody, you can't turn your head away from a train wreck. Yes, but you have to have an investment in wanting to also make it better. All I hear from other people, generally speaking, talking about Illinois politics is just the train wreck portion. And it's just making fun of it. And it's like, that's not helpful either. That doesn't make people in Illinois feel heard. It makes them feel made fun of.
It's actually been great to be able to report on the rightward shift in our area.
Madison County.
That's been very exciting.
Yeah.
And Madison County chief among them. I mean, that's been great to report on.
Yeah, completely. Well, thanks for the feedback, folks. We appreciate that very much. We've got some Sprite gummy bears in here that I think we're going to try when we come back. Ethan's going to come in here. And to quote John on X, he tweeted, at Annie Fry Show, getting a massage, put a Rolo on it. We'll be right back.
Run, Rudolph, Randolph ain't too far behind. Run, Rudolph.
This is the Annie Fry Show. Follow Annie on X at Annie Fry Show.
Stewart's American Mortgage, that's where you go talk to Stewie and you ask him about the bagel loan, and then he hooks you up with the mortgage that you need to improve your economic situation. If you're looking for a new mortgage, go to Stewie. Get a bagel loan. 314-324-4440. For a new purchase of a home, you're going to probably be recommended a lender. They're probably great people. They probably have a good deal for you, but they can't offer you a bagel loan because that's only at Stewart's American Mortgage. And you can absolutely say, if your realtor's like, oh, and this is the people who we usually recommend, okay, fine, check out and see what they can do. But don't forget to call or text Stewie at 314-324-4440. You need a hire who is best for you, and I believe it to be Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage. He can also help you with refinances. I've done a bagel loan refinance twice with Stewie, and I stand by as a very, very smart move. You can Google the bagel loan to find out more information, and remember, with that bagel loan, you pay $0 in closing cost. 314-324-4440, NMLS number 226715.
It's officially the merry season, and St. Louis's Christmas station, 102.5 KEZK, is your home for holiday music. Spinning the biggest and best festive tracks all day long, now through Christmas Day. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Do they know? Get your holiday fix on the radio at 102.5 FM. Ask your smart speaker to play 102.5 KEZK, or listen on the go with the free Odyssey app.
Hey, St. Louis, are you in search of top-notch cybersecurity solutions? Look no further. ThrottleNet is here to help. Ransomware attacks are on the rise, putting businesses like yours at risk. Don't let cyber criminals jeopardize your hard-earned success. ThrottleNet provides comprehensive cybersecurity services tailored specifically to your unique needs. Our award-winning customer service provides 24/7 protection to keep your data safe and secure. Take charge of your digital security today. Protect your business, protect your future. ThrottleNet.com, your reliable partner in cybersecurity.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at LifeMD.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Should GLP-1 weight loss medication like Wegovy and Zepbound cost hundreds of dollars? We don't think so. TryLifeMD.com helps provide insurance access to the leading GLP-1 medications. Visit TryLifeMD.com and check your eligibility for GLP-1 medication with copays as low as $0. Listen to Tara's story after losing 42 pounds.
You just take your shot. It doesn't feel like you're on a diet. What I wasn't expecting it to do was to shut off the food noise. I've gone from 237 to 195. This was life-altering, and if I can do it, I feel like anybody can do it.
Get started right now and check your eligibility for GLP-1 medication with copays as low as $0 at TryLifeMD.com. That's TryLifeMD.com.
You're listening to the Annie Fry Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Give the gift of comfort this holiday season with routine HVAC service included in a preferred partner plan starting at only $19 a month. To gift comfort year-round, visit aircomfortservice.com.
You're mobile. We're with you on the radio or on the Odyssey app. Download it and take 97.1 with you, even outside the listening area.
Your home for conservative talk.
97.1 FM Talk.
my Savior was born on Christmas.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
To save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. Oh, it's almost the end of the Friday show before Christmas.
Oh, I cherish these times.
Oh, I want to get it done with.
Oh, I just like spending time with you guys on the radio, but not in person.
I have oh, not us. You're talking about them.
No, you, but just professionally.
You
Like,
said on the radio, but not in person.
Not in person. So, like, once the radio goes off, I want to be done with you.
Are we not in person?
Yeah.
We're doing this as a job, this is our profession.
Yeah, we're in person.
And I'm like, hey, I like you guys, but just professionally.
Remember COVID when we did the radio show for like a year and a half?
I do.
Where were we?
We were not in person.
Correct.
I would prefer that.
You would prefer
Yeah,
that?
we did a really dynamic show for that year and a half.
We did the best we could.
Yeah.
We were not in the same room. I was pregnant for half of it. Super not happy about it. Ugh. I got, the puppy that we got, Winnie. I think my desire to get her was exactly the right timing of when we would generally be like, let's have another kid. And then I think I saw puppy and I'm like, let's do that.
Let's do that one instead.
I want that. And when I was talking to my husband about kind of like, come on, let's get a puppy. He was not Mr. like, okay, let's get a puppy. And I said to him at one point, I go, if I told you that I was having another kid, would you be happy? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, then can we do a puppy so I don't have to birth it? And he was like,
that's still a little bit of a letdown.
We could have a kid though. And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
He'd have 10. I told him we can, but he has to have the next one.
Okay.
Woof.
Woof. Yeah, that's my thoughts for sure. So Ethan is the associate producer of our show here, the Annie Fry Show. Ethan, when did you officially start full time?
Full time? Well, I guess it would have been the Monday after baseball season ended, so October 1st?
Yeah.
I think.
You've had a pretty big year. 2024 has been, dare I say, a banner year for Ethan Hannaford?
Yeah, it has been.
Don't answer this wrong.
It has been a banner year in a lot of different ways. Yes, I would say so.
The biggest part of 2024 was becoming the associate producer of the Annie Fry Show?
I feel like I'm legally obligated to...
Ooh, you've already messed up.
...to say that it was getting married.
Yes.
That was probably the biggest part. Probably. No.
Boys, you guys look like you're nervous.
Yeah, I don't want to get caught in the blowback.
Well, I just don't know. Like, becoming the associate producer is obviously a dream come true, but is this really like the pinnacle of life?
No, it's not.
When did you get married?
I got married on June 1st, so, smack dab in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
Halfway through.
And you took your honeymoon a few weeks ago?
Yeah,
ago?
we went to the week before Thanksgiving. We went to Maui for a week, which was a blast, and highly recommend to any youngsters out there or single Pringles, put off your honeymoon a little bit. Gives you a little bit of time to look forward to something down the road.
Mm-hmm.
It's just could really have seen where there was recovery for half of our trip to start if we would have just done it all at once, and it just gives you something else to look forward to.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move. So what are all the things that you did this year? Because you really did a lot in the industry.
2024 was no doubt my favorite year of my life, for quite a few reasons. I started off the year in 2023. I was brought on by the Cardinals as their radio booth assistant.
Awesome.
And I'm very thankful and blessed for the opportunities that I was provided within that job. I'll say this, though. That job description at the beginning compared to the end when I finished looked very different. A lot of things were added on to that. The clubhouse reporting part of that wasn't even a thing at the beginning of it. That was added on. So to be able to have a whole year working in the clubhouse, interviewing players, coaches,
meeting a lot of cool people,
being an active part of St. Louis sports media was really cool. So that was definitely surreal continuing to build my way into that this year. And then halfway through the season, getting married. It was definitely a crazy stretch, but that was obvious. I mean, there's no words to describe how amazing that day was and that whole weekend and just how special that was. And then right after that, going straight back into back to the grind. It was definitely tiring for a little bit there. Didn't really see Hannah very much at first, but that job was so much fun. It was an absolute blast. And then transitioning, I mean, it's really cool how God works, because there's been quite a few times in the last several years where I've been like, what is going on? What are you doing right now?
Yeah.
And having no idea what was going to happen, where my income was going to come from following baseball season, and the opportunity to move to full-time here, a place where I love to work, having that opportunity kind of come up out of nowhere was really random, but has also been an absolute blast. Getting to work with Mark's show and your guys' show has been such a fun couple of months here. And just enjoying every single bit of it.
What's 2025 going to bring for you?
That's a great question. I have no freaking idea.
Yeah.
Right now, I am in the process of looking for what's next. Obviously, I enjoy being here, but I am looking for minor league broadcasting jobs right now to start working my way up, with the goal eventually to get to the major league level of sports broadcasting. So right now, the process of seeing where Hannah and I are going is currently what's up next.
Well, Ethan, we know that the associate producer position here is one that people can come into and grow from. That's usually the case, and we've been so blessed to have you this year. We really appreciate everything that you've put in to this show, and I want you to stay around as long as you possibly can, but we always understand sometimes moving on means definitely moving up. And we're waiting for Ryan Wiggins to do that too. Just kidding.
I'm also
going to be waiting
for
a very long
position.
time.
You're waiting for a real job in media.
I got my resume out there. I'd really like to do some kind of minor league baseball or football, and I feel like
I got
Ethan
an idea. Wait a second.
What?
You should apply for all the jobs that Ethan does and just interview right before he does.
Okay.
That would make me look way better in my interviews. I like this idea.
Ethan, I'm looking out for you.
I appreciate that.
It's not going to be good for my show, except for if we can get a camera in the interview where he's interviewing for a minor league broadcasting deal. We will use that content on this show. So it's a win-win, right, Ryan?
This is my life, and you guys are using it as funny content.
Oh gosh, Ryan.
You know, I mean, this is
All
stuff
right.
this is my dreams.
Listen to me.
That you guys are just dumping
Let's respect Ryan and listen to what he has to say and let him take over the segment so he can talk about Sprite-soaked gummy bears.
All right, here we go. So this was something that I did put quite a bit of my heart and soul into, and put all of these gummies into two different bowls. The internet instructions just said one. I did two. They
Overachiever, you.
Yeah, and multiple different types of gummies. So we have 3 or 4 different types here. Haribo, we have some Kroger/Ruler brand neon gummy worms, and we have Shaq
Gummy
XL
worms?
heads.
Huh?
There are some gummy, I don't even know what to call them.
No, Captain Planet, not THC. There's
No.
There's
These
no
are just
THC, right?
straight. No, everybody thinks we're talking about drugs. We're not. We're just talking about gummy bears and stuff.
Yeah,
and
we
these
said PG.
these Shaq heads. So these are. I really don't know why these exist, but they are just gummies of Shaq's face, and they're called Shaq XL.
As in Shaquille
O'Neal face gummies, and those are the ones that I had the most hope for, but they actually didn't grow much. I guess they had already done that pre-packaging, so that's why they were XL. So, are you guys ready to eat some of these or what?
I would I don't know in my life a stronger gummy connoisseur than you.
Right.
You go first.
Okay, I'm going to eat the one that I touched.
Don't
Ooh,
eat
they're
it on
starting to
the
get
air,
slimy.
though. Ew, don't eat it
They're
on the air.
melting.
I don't want to hear it. Do you like gummy bears, Brad?
Every now and then, it's not something that I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'm craving for.
Are you
But
ever buying gummy bears to eat?
Oh, for sure. The craving hits every once in a while, and then I'll go get one.
Oh no!
If he makes
oh,
that,
this is not good.
I think they're gross.
Hold on.
This is not what I was expecting.
Ethan's going in.
I'm going in.
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna
is
try a
good.
Shaq head.
I don't really like gummies. as a whole. I don't. There's no.
They're super slimy.
Ew. You guys are gonna. Are you puking? Don't puke. This is just me sitting on the air and not talking about gummies now.
Oh,
Ethan, you're not as
Those
repulsed.
are terrible.
What did you do to these?
Was it bad Sprite? Did you get a deal?
Oh, no.
Did you?
That's fresh everything. Those are the choicest ingredients.
That is absolutely ruined.
Those are awful.
Yeah.
I don't even want to try the grenadine
ruins
ones.
the consistency and the sweetness. They're less sweet.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like mush.
Don't eat the Shack ones, dude. They're bad. I wonder if we were supposed to eat them a little more frozen and they're starting to melt. That might be a part of it.
Do you think they're going to taste better?
But I don't know.
I don't know how they could.
No, these are not good.
Hard pass. I'm not trying any of these things.
I might try to refreeze them and just give them one more shot before I throw them away.
You
The
refreeze
texture's
them
the
and
worst
then
part.
put
The
them out?
texture's worse than the taste.
Texture's bad.
You
Taste
know
is muted.
how radio people eat anything?
Yeah.
Just put them out there.
Just put them out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then video
I
people.
will. We should do that.
should totally do
we
that.
should do that because they're that bad. They're really bad.
I could tell by your face.
That really backfired because the idea of it sounds amazing.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
You'd think they were getting bigger, they'd get sweeter, they get juicier.
I also thought that they were going to be a little bit more almost like frozen, kind of crystallized.
Well, that's why I wonder if we let them set a little bit too long here while you yammered about your year.
Todd wants to know if the Shack ones taste like Papa John's or fried chicken.
They don't taste like anything on this earth.
Shackaroni pizza.
Oh, Shackaroni
That's
pizza?
a thing?
At Papa John, yeah, he does.
He has
endorsements for both.
everything.
Of course he does. He's the smartest man.
Mm-hmm.
At Papa John's, they have a Shackaroni pizza, and that is the pizza that I order when we get Papa John's.
I like that one too because it's
just-
kind of floppy.
It's just a thin crust,
You like your
New
pizza
York
floppy?
style.
Yeah, New York style.
Yeah, he's really into floppy.
New York style and Brooklyn style are both like
what
kind
kind?
of
What?
floppy. You can fold them. They're
Huh.
good.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the Shackaroni.
Good to
Shackaroni
know.
has. Do they do the extra pepperonis on
Yeah.
the Shackaroni though?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's where the Aroni comes from.
Ah, the pep. They just cut the pep and they put the Shack. These are gross.
Weird.
These gummies are bad. I really do think it would be great to put these out on the counter and let our coworkers have them.
I'm not stopping you.
Well, yeah, we
Go
should-
do
we
it.
really should
We're
do
not
that.
going to eat them.
No, I do think.
How many
that
more of these
maybe-
are you going to try just to make sure?
Well,
you're right?
I do think that maybe
You're
I'll
gonna-
take the plate that we didn't touch yet and refreeze those.
You're
and
gonna try
see
'em
if I
again.
could once they're really frozen. See if that's the way God intended.
You're repulsed by it,
yeah,
and you're going to try them again.
I'm gonna give them one last shot. I put 3 days into this.
How much of a journey needs to happen in order for those to turn into something delicious?
Just a little more refreezing, just to test, just to make sure. Because right now,
But it's the flavor. What's that going to do
the
to
flavor
the flavor?
is bad, but the texture will be better if we refreeze them.
It won't
so
make them
we'll
taste
see.
any better though.
I don't know. Our coworkers definitely are getting these though. Like if you're listening to KZK right now and you come back and they're like, oh, that was Elton John.
That was Wiggins.
Yeah,
Hidden
that's
cam.
because of what we did.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get the results to today's YouTube live chat poll. Which of our favorite Christmas songs do you think is the best? Silent Night, which is Ryan's, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, Brad's favorite, O Come All Ye Faithful, mine, or O Holy Night, which is Ethan's. Come to the Annie Fry YouTube channel and vote. That could be your Christmas gift to us. Come subscribe. That's enough. That's all we ask. The Annie Fry YouTube channel. I think we are... On our Annie Fry YouTube channel, we are 76 subscribers away from 11,000. So you could come tip us over the next 1,000 here. That'd be fun. Annie Fry YouTube channel. Go vote. Leave a comment. We'll be right back.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
CassinsCan.com is the website. If you're shopping for a vehicle, make sure that you give Cassins & Sons, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Wagoneer the opportunity to serve you. Reach out to them directly at 618-800-2712. That's 618-800-2712. And when you call them, let them know the Annie Fry Show sent you. You can quickly understand why people repeat buy vehicles from Cassens because they serve you correctly. They are there for you. It's not an uncomfortable car sales deal that you find yourself in from time to time. You try to get lured into some sort of super low price, and then you get there and there's a caveat and you don't qualify, but they got you there. They don't do that stuff at Cassens, and I appreciate that. Right now, they have a lease offer. Lease a brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab with an MSRP of $69,565 for $675 a month, which is incredible value. Good through January 2nd, 2025. That's not going to last. So give them a call at 618-800-2712. CassensCan.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com.
Why do the national tax resolution firms need the tiny fine print at the bottom of all their TV ads? Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. You don't hear fast-talking disclaimers in our ads because the claims we make are 100% transparent. The Lance Drury Law Firm primarily focuses on one thing, IRS problems, and we're regulated by the Bar Association, and we have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. IRS issues are serious legal issues. The Lance Drury Law Firm has helped thousands of clients navigate the best resolution plans, and we tell you up front exactly how much it'll cost. Tax resolution law is all we do. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Lance Drury Law Firm, located right here in St. Louis. Call today to schedule your free consultation with me, 314-260-6120, or visit LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Which cast member's favorite song is the best? We're talking about Christmas songs here. Silent Night, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, O Come All Ye Faithful, or O Holy Night. Those are the four that correspond to our four favorites. Which of those is your favorite? That's today's YouTube live chat poll. It is 2:46. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Good afternoon. This is Alexa Reardon, and the final Reardon Roundtable of 2024 is coming up.
Pretty good job there. Right after Fox News at 3.
Santa, tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if you won't be here.
This is The Annie Fry Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
If you won't be here next year. Feeling Christmas all around. And I'm trying to play it cool. But it's hard to focus when I see him walking across the room.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. All right, it's 2:47 on a Friday before Christmas. We will be back, all four of us will be back on Monday, Christmas Eve, and we're going to do a little bit of a Christmas-leaning show. You're probably thinking, Annie, this was a Christmas-leaning show. Yeah, but it's Friday. It's just a complicated schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Don't blame me.
Yeah, it's not our fault.
Blame the Mayans.
Yeah, blame the Mayans. That's what I was going to say.
I have an update from my best friend.
Oh, no. That's my wife.
You thought she was your best friend.
Nah.
Seats taken.
I blame that on the Mayans.
I mean, you might as well at this point. So we were talking earlier about massages, and I said, you asked the question during Next Question, our Ask Me Anything segment in the 1 o'clock hour, if we cared about getting massages from men or women.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you ask that question?
I don't know, because I think I'm going to get one close, like after Christmas.
Uh-huh.
And I was just wondering if I should suggest a man or a woman. I didn't know. I don't get massages, so I don't really know.
You're talking in your man voice. I don't get massages. I don't even know.
I don't even
I
care.
don't even know.
I don't care.
Okay.
So I was just looking for some advice from people.
Do you think that more men go in requesting a male or a female?
I think more men probably request females.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, are you comfortable with just walking in and just getting the luck of the draw?
I probably would be, which is, I'm guessing what I'm going to do because I didn't even know. Here's how much I don't know. Can you request a woman or a man?
Yes.
Can you?
Of course.
I didn't even know you could do that.
They want you to be comfortable. If you go into that situation and you are uncomfortable because of whatever the pairing is, and everybody would feel differently about, some women would prefer a man, some women would prefer a woman. You might think that a man is going to be stronger, but not necessarily if the woman knows how to do the job better than the man. So I think it really depends there. But I absolutely could understand why men would want to go in and only have a female masseuse.
So if I call Massage Envy or whoever and I say, can I get somebody who's non-binary? They're going to be like, yeah, we just want you to be comfortable. Let's
Probably.
look for somebody who's non-binary.
I bet you that's the case.
Okay, I will.
If they have that to offer.
I'll do that.
I asked, you said that you couldn't remember if you ever had a man massage you.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
That's the biggest
No,
ridiculous.
it's true. I really don't remember. If Katie remembers, that's fine.
I find it weird to me that you would ask in a next question segment that question, but not be able to recall when you have had massages before if a man did it.
I really don't remember.
It sounds like he was looking for confirmation or affirmation and then bailed when he didn't
The
get
last time I had a massage was 2020 during COVID. And we had my wife and I, for our anniversary in August, drove to Louisville, Kentucky. And we got a couples massage there, but it was like a secret massage because it was like everything was shut down. So you had to find somebody who's still doing it.
A secret massage.
A secret couples massage.
I've heard this story before.
And it was just in an office building, like in an office,
Did you
or
get a
something.
discount? Did
We're
you use a Groupon?
We're like, yeah, Kentucky's still doing it. You
know those
'cause
Kentucky
can't do this in
massages. I hear
Illinois.
there's nothing like it.
Yeah, it's a warm Kentucky hug.
massage.
A Kentucky massage is something that in junior high,
Something you order.
somebody'd say, and the boys would be like, you know what that really means, right?
It's in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's in Kentucky. It's a massage in an office building during COVID.
That you can't tell people
Yeah.
about. Now remember, when we leave, we don't talk about this.
Right. And the couple, I don't remember what nationality they were.
When you went to get the
but
couple
English
massage,
was a second language.
When you went to get the couple massage, were you allowed to get it with your spouse?
Nope. You could request your spouse, but you weren't guaranteed. What did she say?
Your spouse will be
Mrs.
provided
Wiggins
for
is
you.
like, can I see what the upgrades are?
This couple, they were like, they were Eastern European of some brand, and I don't really know where they were from, but their English was definitely second language.
Nothing like a Kentucky massage.
That was a secret Kentucky massage.
Should I read Mrs. Wiggins' text?
Yes.
My best friend said, well, I texted, and I voice to texted on the air, so everybody heard when I texted this before. Maybe you weren't listening. Has Ryan ever had a massage professionally by a man? I wanted to put professionally because I didn't want to know what I don't want to know.
Yeah, you don't want to know. When I was Ubering, sometimes people were like, I can't afford this. And I'd be like, well.
Has Ryan ever had a massage professionally by a man? It's for the show. That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
She replies, oh, good question! Exclamation points. On our honeymoon, but I'm not 100% sure.
So we did, yeah. So she didn't know either, right? See? It was in Mexico. That was the first one that we did
I
as
wonder
a
if
couples
she
massage.
remembers if she had a man massage.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna
I
ask her
think
that
we've
question.
only done couples massages 3 times. The first one was honeymoon, and that was Mexico. The last one was 2020, and then one other random one.
Kentucky.
Yeah. So, again, inconclusive, right?
Would you go back to Kentucky for a massage?
No, I don't need to now. COVID's over.
There are times because I'm, sometimes
The stupid things we did during COVID are unbelievable.
It was real, too.
because sometimes I am, out in the producers area working on stuff. Obviously, sometimes I come on air. There are times when, depending on the subject, I stop at the door and I think for a second, do I really want to go in there right now? This was one of those.
Shall I
segments.
go head first into this? Have you ever had a professional massage?
No.
Would you?
Yeah.
Define professional.
What?
You define professional.
One you pay for in an establishment that isn't in secret.
It doesn't have to be in secret.
You said it was secretive.
Well, that one was.
But it was professional also.
It was professional. Yeah, there was a couple. They were a professional masseuse couple, and they did a massage on us.
The couple
and we
did
just
a massage
laid,
on the
laid
couple.
there and groaned.
Groaned?
That's what you do. You've never been, so you don't know. That's what you do. You just sit there and you just go, oh, that's the spot. For like an hour. And they're like, would you like more cocoa butter? And I'm like, of course. Hello. Don't spare that.
Not to eat.
No. No, you're full when you go in.
That sounds...
Why?
Wait,
Why are you
you don't
full
go
when you
in
go in?
full? That's a terrible idea.
By contract, you are
Let's
legally required to eat before you go.
Let's do a full Thanksgiving-style buffet and then go to the masseuse as a couple.
So that's why you're groaning.
Yeah. Like, oh. Yeah,
we have
it's cranberry
professional masseuse YouTube chat folks.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, you should feel the judgment. You should definitely read through some of those comments.
I will.
YouTube live chat poll. Ethan, you want to set the table for us here?
Oh, thank God. 268 votes on today's YouTube live chat poll. Which cast member's favorite song is the best? The options being
Somebody suggested it was a Diddy party. No, it was not. This was during COVID.
Diddy
those
is
didn't
not in
happen during
Kentucky.
COVID.
And Diddy was not in Kentucky.
That's why you go to Kentucky to get away from him.
They were respectful of, the wishes of the people. Diddy and his people were, so they didn't do it during COVID.
Yeah.
The options here: Silent Night, which was Ryan's choice; God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, which was Brad's; O Come All Ye Faithful, which was Annie's; and then O Holy Night was mine. Am I sharing these results now or no?
No, not yet. Ethan, of the ones that aren't yours, Oh Holy Night, which is your second favorite on this list?
Probably God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, if it's this version that we played specifically.
Oh, yeah.
But I know we didn't say necessarily renditions. O Come All Ye Faithful is also one of those that kind of gets the goosebumps going on a couple of those lines too. Just like, man, powerful song.
Ryan, your second favorite to Silent Night?
Oh Holy Night.
That was one that you had asked if you could put on there. I'm like, nope, Ethan.
Somebody's
got
already got it.
I thought you were finishing the lyrics to Silent Night for a second. That's why I laughed.
Silent Night, Holy Night.
Brad, what about you?
Mine's "O Come All Ye Faithful." That's a great song.
Yeah,
It's just a great song.
I agree. My second favorite is Silent Night. I had that on there, and then you had said that, I think. And I thought
I took it.
You know what? I actually do. Oh Come All Ye Faithful is the one that hits me in the feels the most.
Carol of the Bells is one I'm realizing that I love that we didn't have on the list this year.
All right, here we go. Result time. In last place
Uh-oh.
in this year's song, I don't even know what to call it, song YouTube live chat poll. Christmas song YouTube live chat poll is Brad, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, 8% of the vote. 17%, and the bronze going to Annie with O Come All Ye Faithful. The silver to Silent Night at 29%, and taking victory.
I want to
is
win.
Ethan with O Holy Night.
Yeah, you disparaged O Come Emmanuel to do this,
Yes, I did.
All right, we're going to see
paid
you
off.
on Monday. Go Irish. I'm going to add that in there. Stick around. Mark Reardon Show's coming up next.
Make holiday magic this year with something beautiful and timeless from Diamonds Direct. A stunning diamond pendant, a pair of classic diamond stud earrings, something new and eye-catching from a world-class designer. Or maybe you're looking for that perfect gemstone piece or a fabulous timepiece. At Diamonds Direct, we have hundreds of styles that are ready to be wrapped and put under the tree. No need to wait for shipping. Come and let our experts help you pick out that headliner gift. Or for some fabulous ideas before you head to the store, see the online seasonal gift guide now at DiamondsDirect.com. You can even chat now with a virtual assistant for the ultimate convenience. Whether you connect online or in person, you're guaranteed to get the extraordinary value, ironclad warranties, and white glove service Diamonds Direct is known for. And to help make your purchase even more affordable, we've got special financing so you can spread out your payments. Get directions, details, special showroom hours, and our holiday gift guide now at DiamondsDirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
You know how we all of our kids make lists and everything and visit with Santa, and I happen to be really good friends with Santa. It's like we're the same people. So every once in a while, you know, when he's got some free time, which he did, we're cool. So he always makes it a point to stop in and have an adult beverage with me. I was talking to him about, do you ever have requests for a homeowner wanting a furnace or an air conditioner? He said he does. And I said, so what do you deliver on that? Because I'm your best bud, and you never let me know, so I've never delivered anything or put anything together. But he said he was going to leave my number and my card. If you don't find it, here's what's on my card. Bart Inman, one easy number in Missouri and Illinois. It's 314-293-2600 or bartinman.com. That's Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com. Merry Christmas and God bless.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio.
That's GetJim.com.
97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.